Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Comedy on this Sunday, episodes of the Jack Benny Program, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, the Aldrich Family, and we'll also have an episode of Amos and Andy and Lum and Abner. That's all coming up on this Sunday. This is the 16th day of November. This is the 320th day of the year, 45 days remaining in 2025. Missouri trader William Becknell arrived in Santa Fe, New Mexico in 1821 over a route that became known as the Santa Fe Trail. The first transmission of electricity between a power plant and a city sent to the Niagara Falls hydroelectric plant on this date in 1896. From that hydroelectric plant near Niagara Falls to industries in Buffalo, New York. John Ambrose Fleming invented the vacuum tube on this date in 1904. In 1907, Indian Territory and Oklahoma Territory became Oklahoma and were admitted as the 46th state of the Union. The Federal Reserve Bank of the U.S. officially opened on this date in 1914, and in 1933, the U.S. and the Soviet Union established formal diplomatic relations. The Broadway musical The Sound of Music opened on this date in 1959. Mary Martin, the star of the original Sound of Music stage play. Walter Cronkite, during coverage of a lunar mission, made some pointed comments on this date in 1971 about people's attitudes on space travel.
What is it in our makeup that is possible for us to get excited about an Apollo 11, man's first step on the moon, and within 2 short years of that time, be as blasé as the public seems to be today?
Well, I think it's the excitement of the new. I mean, it's like getting married, being married. The love is still there and the excitement is still there, but it's no longer the honeymoon.
And a lot of that blasé attitude still exists today. People don't understand the importance and the technology that came out of the space program and how much we would continue to learn and this nation would thrive from an active and vibrant space program. In 1973, President Nixon signed the bill that authorized construction of the Alaska Pipeline. President Nixon said the pipeline would help the nation meet an important goal.
By 1980, the United States of America can be and must be independent of any reliance upon any foreign source for its energy.
Unfortunately, it was a goal that did not meet. The U.S. did not meet the goal, and we are still far too reliant on foreign oil. We are dependent upon foreign nations for our solar and other types of energy. The only one which we could supply ourselves is nuclear. And people are too afraid of nuclear energy because of Chernobyl. But you know what I say about that? If you still believe that the nuclear energy was like it was in Chernobyl days, you would be using a suitcase cell phone. You would not. Is not a smartphone. Now, also on this date in 1973, NASA launched Skylab 4.
T-minus 28 seconds and continuing to count. Launch vehicle now on internal power. Status board shows all stages on internal power on the flight batteries. T-minus 18 seconds. T-minus 16. Count continuing to go smoothly. T-minus 13. We'll look for an ignition at T-minus 2.1 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have a liftoff. Liftoff. The engine's building up to 1.6 million pounds of thrust, and Skylab is moving slowly off the pad. It's cleared the tower.
are beautifully, aren't we?
That's perfect transmission.
Great communication.
Mark 25
Beautiful
seconds.
sight.
Roger, CDR. 30 seconds. Pitch and roll program started. Skylab now maneuvering to its proper flight path attitude. Mark 35 seconds. 1 nautical mile in altitude.
3 astronauts left Cape Canaveral on this date in 1973 for an 84-day mission. Close Encounters of the Third Kind opened in theaters on this date in 1977. In 1981, the highest-rated hour in daytime television, General Hospital, Luke and Laura married. Mother Teresa received honorary U.S. citizenship on this date in 1996. 25 years ago today, Bill Clinton became the first serving U.S. president to visit Vietnam. The first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, well, the Philosopher's Stone outside the U.S., Sorcerer's Stone in the U.S., was released in theaters. Congress passed a law in the state in 2001 mandating that airport screeners be federal employees, which is what caused a lot of the problems during the recent government shutdown. Had they been private individuals, there would be a lot less problems in airports. President Bush, George W. Bush, picked National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice to be Secretary of State, 2004, succeeding Colin Powell. 2010, Congressman Charles Rangel convicted on 11 of 13 charges related to financial misconduct, prompting fellow lawmakers to censure the 80-year-old New York Democrat who complained that he wouldn't be censured if he wasn't African American. President Obama presented the Medal of Honor to Army Staff Sergeant Salvador Guinta in 2010, the first living service member from the Afghanistan and Iraq wars to receive the nation's top military prize. Buckingham Palace announced the engagement of Prince William and Kate Middleton on this date in 2010. Reporters asked the happy couple why it took them more than 8 years to get engaged.
I just wanted to give her the best chance to settle in and see what happens the other side.
I'm also glad that I've had the time to grow and understand myself more.
Well, William and Kate are still married, but they are no longer on good terms with Buckingham Palace. NASA launched Artemis 1 on this date in 2022 on the first flight of the Space Launch System, the start of the program's future missions to the moon. Among those passing away on this date, actor Clark Gable, Speaker of the House Sam Rayburn, actor William Holden, Quicksilver Messenger Service musician Dino Valente, Ralph Edwards, best known for his role engaged with This Is Your Life and Truth or Consequences. Nobel Prize laureate Milton Friedman, From All My Children and Bonanza, David Canary, and a man who starred in Hogan's Heroes, and a lot of people were rather upset that Robert Clary was on that show, given that he was a Holocaust survivor. Robert Clary, passing away on this date 3 years ago today. He was the Frenchman LeBeau. Among those born on this date in history include a fine voice actor, Dawes Butler.
Hey, you want to hear a sad story? Lachrymose even? That's a cinnamon. It means the same thing, you dig? Now, this story is about this kid. It's a little gal, and her name was Mary, which is a grand old name. And she had this little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Of course, she would have preferred having a pet like a boxer, because, in Beverly Hills and Bel Air, where them rich dudes live, they got boxers and Dalmatians, and them type dogs make a prestige-type pet, But this Mary that I was telling you about, her old man, he couldn't afford no boxer or Dalmatian or none of them type canines. So what he did, he got married this real lousy lamb for a pet. Because let's face it, he didn't have no money coming in regular, you dig? To tell you the truth, he was on welfare, to tell you the truth. See, I figure I should ought to tell you the truth, so I will. Actually, he was doing time in Alcatraz for lamb rustling. At first, Mary was not too overjoyed with her pet lamb. In fact, she was saving her little pennies for a jar of mint jelly. But her skateboard was broke, and she was too fat to use her hula hoop, which is some kind of fad if you let your mind dwell on it. So she accepted the lamb reluctantly with 3-month options to terminate the relationship. Anyways, this lamb, who shall be nameless, because I forgot it, was scared all the time, because, you see, there was this here diploma factory what made sheepskins for graduations, you dig? And they had their eye on Mary's lamb, because his fleece was white as snow. You see the way the continuity's going? Well, this lamb, he always followed Mary around wherever she went, because he figured the minute he was alone, these diploma guys going to grab him. The lamb followed Mary to school one day, which happened to be against the rule. And not only that, it made the children, not overly bright, but not old enough for the shrink, laugh with glee to see a lamb in school. So the teacher told the lamb to lamb. She had a very primitive sense of humor, and the children did not laugh with glee at her riposte. So the lamb lambed, and the minute he was outside the school, these guys from the diploma factory, they grabbed him. And Mary never seen her lamb again. Well, actually, she did see him one more time. It was when she graduated, and they handed her a sheepskin what was white as snow. Didn't I tell you that it was going to be lacrimose?
Dawes Butler, you know him mostly from a lot of the cartoons, but he did good stuff like that. Dawes Butler, born on this date in history. From Rocky and from the original Batman movie, as the Penguin, Burgess Meredith, born on this date. He wrote a bunch of the Marx Brothers musicals and also Guys and Dolls, George S. Kaufman, born on this date. And the father of the blues, W.C. Handy, all born on this date in history. They have all left this mortal coil.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
You probably remember him as the snarky neighbor from Empty Nest. He also did a bunch of Isuzu commercials as the slimy Herb Tarlick type. Joe Isuzu. David Leisure, 75 today. Singer Diana Krall is 61. Mr. Tori Spelling, Dean McDermott, 59. The former Mrs. Jason Momoa, Denise Huxtable from The Cosby Show, Lisa Bonet is 58. From Crazy Heart, where she got an Academy Award nomination, Maggie Gyllenhaal is 48.
When I told you that if Gotham no longer needed Batman, we could be together, I meant it.
That from The Dark Knight, Maggie Gyllenhaal from the Gyllenhaal acting family, 48 today. And from Saturday Night Live, comedian Pete Davidson is 32.
How did I get on this show, Colin? Did my mom see an NBC executive hit a kid and drive off?
Bit of a nutcase. Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live, 32 today. Those used to feel the people celebrating the 16th day of November as their birthday. And if this is your birthday...
We baked you a birthday cake. If you get a tummy ache and you moan and groan and woe, don't forget we told you so. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Make a wish, dear, and blow out the candles.
Here they go.
We'll start off on this Sunday with, something you would expect to hear on a Sunday. But you know, one of the things that you will have problems with on that fancy Sunday meal you used to eat, sometimes you'd end up, these days, if you have what you did 20, 30 years ago, you'd end up with problems with your guts. And that's where Professor B's digestive aid comes in handy. 2 ingredients, pure honey and the herb aphtheria. And through the mixture that you find in Professor B's digestive aid, it supports your digestion. The inventor of Professor B's digestive aid came about because they were going through cancer treatments. And because of that, and all the stuff that you had to deal with that, it screws with your system in general. Well, it turned out that what they came up with actually worked. So it's worth giving it a try. If you have throat problems, if you have acid reflux, other digestive issues, it could work for you. And all you got to do is test it. See what you think. I suggest you give it a try, because keeping things as simple as possible is the way to make your life work, especially these days. There is a guarantee. Check it out, profbees.com. You can also find the link in the show notes, or you can find it at classicradio.stream. And if you use my promo code Wyatt, 2 things happen. Number 1, you get a discount, the best price available on Professor B's Digestive Aid. Number 2, you support the show through the commission we get paid from the purchase. Now, yeah, we get paid, but check it out, because I think you will find it could give you the relief you really want. Professor B's Digestive Aid, profbees.com, promo code Wyatt.
Daily, the broadcasts of Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia strike through the Iron Curtain, bringing the truth about the free world to the captive peoples behind it. Help send a message by giving to the 1952 Crusade for Freedom.
We start off this Sunday edition of the program going back 84 years to November 16th, 1941, and the Jack Benny program, and a sketch about football. He fumbled the ball.
J-E-L-L-O. The Jell-O program, brought to you by Jell-O and Jell-O Pudding, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. The orchestra opens the program with Jump for Joy. What rich, thrilling enjoyment you get from today's new Jell-O. Now made better than ever by Jell-O's wonderful locked-in flavor. Here's one of the biggest improvements ever made in gelatin desserts. A new scientific method by which Jell-O's full original goodness is locked right into the tiny Jell-O particles. The gelatin desserts you used to buy continually lost flavor during the days they spent in the package. They became flat and tasteless as time stole away their freshness. But the new Jell-O is different. Today, all of Jell-O's bright, tingling flavor is locked into Jell-O's crystal-like particles, locked in for keeps where time can't touch it, no matter how long your Jell-O remains in the package. Just prove it for yourself. Open a package of Jell-O. Notice there's no heavy, fruity aroma that tells of escaping flavor. Then dissolve the Jell-O, and presto, you unlock its captive delight, and out pours a delicious flood of flavor. Don't wait another day to try it, friends. Order several packages of the new Jell-O tomorrow. The flavor never goes away. We put it in, and it's there to stay. That was Jump for Joy, played by the orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, next Thursday is Thanksgiving, and no doubt most of you will have turkey for dinner.
That's right.
So this evening, without further ado, we bring you a chestnut for your dressing, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Jello again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, thanks so much for that introduction. It was not only topical, but flopical. Chestnut for your dressing.
Well, in my opinion, Jack, it was a very clever gag. I thought of it all by myself while I was shaving this morning.
And you didn't cut your throat? I can't understand it. Anyhow, Don, it'll soon be Thanksgiving, and I love you. By the way, would you and the little woman like to come over to my house next Thursday for a nice wild duck dinner?
Thanks, Jack. We'll be very glad to. Wild duck, huh?
Yep, I went hunting yesterday morning, and as usual, I brought home the limit, 3 ducks. Beauties, too.
But, Jack, the limit is 10 ducks.
Oh, I mean on one shot, Don. You see, I don't go out hunting and bang away like it's 4th of July, you know.
3 ducks with 1 shot. My goodness, I had no idea you were such an expert hunter.
Oh, sure, Don. For me, that's nothing, you know.
Well, I'd say that's darn good. By the way, Jack, what kind of a gun do you use?
My gun? Oh, it's just a plain, ordinary, double-breasted shotgun. It does the trick, though.
You mean double-barreled, don't you?
What? Oh, yes, double-barreled. It's a Westchester.
Well,
I never miss with it. You know, I really never miss it.
This certainly is news. Benny the sportsman. Tell me, what'd you get yesterday, mallards or canvasbacks?
I beg pardon, Don? What was that?
I said, what did you get, mallards or canvasbacks?
Yes, sir. But I want to tell you something, Don.
Well, what were they, mallards or canvasbacks?
They were ducks. Quack, quack. If you don't want to come to dinner, say so. Suppose every time I shoot a duck, I have to go up to him and say, my name is Benny, what's yours? Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Well, I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to.
Okay, forget it. But believe me, Don, there's no thrill in the world like getting out at 5 in the morning, hopping into that rowboat, and waiting for those ducks to fly by.
Yes, there's no question about it. That's real excitement. By the way, Jack, do you use a retriever?
Well, I beg pardon, Don? Do I use a what?
A retriever. You know, a dog that swims out and gets the ducks after you shoot them.
A dog that swims... Say, that's an idea. That'll save Rochester from getting wet all the time. Wait till I tell him, huh?
Why, Jack, you don't mean to say that Rochester jumps into that cold water.
Yes, and he brings back those ducks without a tooth mark on them. Except once when I accidentally hit him on top of the head with an oar. Anyway, Don, be sure and come to dinner and you'll taste the finest... Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Don. Hello, Mama.
Mama?
Yeah, she finally got a radio set.
Oh. Hello, Mama. Keep up the payments. Gee, now she can listen to us. Oh, say, Mary, I went out hunting yesterday and I brought you a little present. Here you are, some beautiful duck feathers. Here.
What do I want with duck feathers?
You can put them on a hat or something. What can I do with them?
Glue them on your chest. It's going to be a cold winter.
They'll just fit on my tattooed eagle. I can go along with a gag, sister. Anyway, if you don't want them, I'll give them to Dennis. He'll think of something.
Where'd you get those feathers anyway?
I told you I went hunting yesterday. I go every year. Remember last year when, fall, when you were with me?
Oh, yes. Did you tell Don what happened?
Never mind.
What was it, Mary?
Jack was in a rowboat when some ducks flew by, and boy, was he excited.
Oh.
So he pulled the trigger too quick, shot a hole in the boat, and came home with 18 trout.
Well, they were delicious. Fried in butter.
And the way you explained that hole to the owner of the boat.
Well, it could have happened.
It could not.
It could, too.
How can a boat be torpedoed in Lake Henshaw?
All right, forget it. It was years ago. And that's the last time I'll ever take you ducking. Oh, hello, Phil.
Hiya, Jackson. Well, kids, here's your tickets. Front row center. Best in the house.
Tickets? What tickets?
Here, Mary. Now, look. Hold them to Wednesday night and get there early. I don't want you to miss a thing.
Wait a minute, Phil. What are those tickets for?
Well, it says right there on them. And you guys don't think I can act, huh?
Well, I'll be darned. Get a load of this, fellas. The Hollywood Night School, 3rd grade dramatic club, invite you to a special Thanksgiving play entitled The Courtship of Miles Standish.
Well, who are you, Phil? Miles Standish?
Now let her read it. Go ahead, Mary.
This play stars Willie Shapiro as Miles Standish, Butch Peterson as John Alden.
Go on, go on.
And Philip Harris as Priscilla.
Priscilla?
That's me. I'm the heroine.
That's heroin. Heroin. So, Phil, Phil, you take the girls' part, eh?
Yeah, ain't that a novelty?
Well, not exactly, Phil. If you remember, I recently played the female lead in Charlie's Aunt.
Yeah, but you were an old bag. I'm young and tender.
Listen, Harris, I'll put on a sweater with you any day. Any day, brother.
The courtship of Miles Standish, eh? Say, that ought to be very interesting, Phil.
Yeah, now look, fellas, get this plot. Miles Standish is the captain of the soldiers in Plymouth, Mass., and he knows plenty about fighting them Indians. But when it comes to clinching with a blonde, the kid ain't hep. Anyhow, Captain Standish sees this beautiful doll, Priscilla. That's me with my curls combed out. And I'm sitting by the window in my cottage spinning the wheel.
What are you doing, playing roulette?
I don't know, it don't say.
Isn't that awful?
Anyhow,
Phil, don't tell us the plot now. You'll spoil the surprise. What a character. Oh, Mary, would you mind telling our beautiful young pilgrim maiden to put down her spinning wheel and direct a band number?
Why don't you speak for yourself, Jackson?
Oh, go ahead and play, will you? Hold it, Prissy. Come in.
Telegram for Mary Livingston.
Right here, Bud. Give him a tip, will you, Jack?
Give him a tip, give him a tip.
Well, it's your program.
Okay. Here you are, Bud.
Oh, goody. A ticket to Miles Standish.
Get out of here. Every time I look at his head, I want to play tic-tac-toe. Who's the wire from, Mary?
It's from Mama. Dear Mary, program coming in fine. How can Jack have the heart to shoot a duck when he walks like one?
Well, the old battle axe is still punching him out. Belly Laugh Barton gave us that gag. Play, Phil. Why did she have to buy a radio? That was This Time the Dream's on Me, played by Pilgrim Harris and his Plymouth Rocks. Plymouth meaning the boys have landed musically, and rocks meaning I wish I had some. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we announced last Sunday, the football season being in full swing, tonight the Benny Athletic Actors will present their annual drama of the gridiron entitled He Fumbled the Ball, or Who Tickled the Tackle. Now, as usual, I will play the part of Dennis. Dennis, I wish you'd get here on time.
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Benny, but I couldn't find a place to park my car.
Dennis, you don't have to drive around the streets all day. There's a parking lot next door where you can leave your car for 15 cents.
How do you know?
I heard about it. I can go along with a gag. Now, where was I?
Say, Mr. Benny.
What?
I heard a broadcast last night that made my blood boil. It ought to burn you up, too.
Why, who was funny? I mean, what do you mean?
Well, I was over at my girl's house necking with her, and she got bored and turned on the radio.
Well, naturally. So?
So we listened, and there was a guy on the air that sounded just like you, and he even used your name, Jack Benny.
Dennis, that was me on the air last night. I was doing a special broadcast for NBC's 15th anniversary.
Then who played the part of Don Wilson?
That was Wilson himself. And if you'd have been with us, I'd still have to explain it to you.
Gosh, was that really you and Don?
Certainly. We did a comedy act. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Gee, it was so lousy I couldn't believe it.
Look, kid. Kid, you just didn't get the idea of our act. We were very good.
Then why did my girl turn off the radio and go back to me?
I don't know. What a kid. And now, ladies and gentlemen, getting back to our drama, I will play the part of Flash Benny, the famous football coach of Flatfoot College.
Oh, Jack, why don't you let someone else be the coach? You don't know anything about football.
I don't, eh? Let me tell you something. When I was on the team at Waukegan High, they used to call me Tiger Benny.
That's because you scratched everybody with your long fingernails.
They called me Tiger because when I played, I was a snarling, vicious animal.
Like on payday?
What was that, Dennis? What was that?
Watch out for those fingernails, kid.
Oh, quiet. Now, let's get back to our casting. Phil, you're going to be right end. Dennis, you're going to be left end. And Don...
Yes, Jack?
You're going to be everybody in between, so loosen your belt. Now, Mary...
You mean I'm going to be right guard, left tackle, and center?
Yes.
Well, I must be quite an actor.
Take it any way you want to. Now, Mary, inasmuch as we're short of men, you'll have to play on the team, too.
I'm not going to be a man.
You are, too.
I'm not going to wear football pants.
And you're going to wear football pants.
They better have lace on them.
Never mind.
Ooh, what she said.
Dennis! No use talking. I must have a talk with that kid. Now, our play... Now, Dennis, did you ever see Our Wilderness? You must see it sometime. Huh? Now, our play, ladies and gentlemen, will go on immediately after... I'll take it. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
Well, what is it?
I was looking at those ducks you shot yesterday, and you know, boss, they're pretty small.
Yes, they are small.
In fact, they ain't ducks at all. They're pigeons.
Look, Rochester, I ought to know what I shot. What makes you think they're pigeons?
One of them's got a message on his right leg.
What?
Just took Manila. Signed Dewey.
Dewey?
Boss, those birds are going to be tough.
Oh, some kid must have put that message on for a gag. I still insist they're ducks, and we're going to have them for Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Now take them out of the icebox and dress them.
I'll have to wait till you get here, boss. They're so full of buckshot, I can't lift them alone.
Well, then ask Mr. Billingsley to help you. Where is he?
He took the message, and he's flying to Washington.
Well, for heaven's sake, stop him. Stop him.
Too late now. He put the electric fan on his head and jumped off the roof.
Oh, my goodness. And what happened?
His feet are sticking out of the rain barrel.
Well, get him out of there. I'll be home soon, so hang up.
Okay. So long, boss.
So long. Oh, say, Rochester, I've got good news for you. The next time we go duck hunting, you won't have to swim out for them. I'm buying a dog to do it.
Thanks, boss. I was getting tired of chasing that ball anyway.
I just did that to keep you in practice. Goodbye. Of course, if I buy a dog, I'll have to get a doghouse and a license. Sing, Dennis. Then if he bites the mailman, I'll be in trouble. Go ahead, kid. I have to think that over.
I strolled away from the throng on the plans that were once so gay, and gone the hopes held so long. Dusk was slowly falling on the leaves, the birds were hushed in every tree. Suddenly, so sweet, so strong, down from the hill came a song. I heard a lonely shepherd playing. It was a haunting melody. I heard the music clearly say, that he was happy as could be. He played and he played, the world was forgotten, like castles in air, my every care began to fade. La 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 la, if he would only play forever. His little shepherd
That was Shepherd's Serenade, sung by Dennis Day. Very good, Dennis, and quite a novel arrangement. Say, Phil, I noticed you put a harp in the orchestra for Dennis's number. And the harpist is a most attractive young lady.
Yeah, she goes with my guitar player.
Oh, the harpist and your guitar player. Is it serious?
Nah, they're just stringing each other. It's a Lulu.
Oh, Priscilla. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our drama of the gridiron entitled We Can't Lose, or We Can't, eh? The scene is Flatfoot College in the town of Friends. The first half has just ended in the annual game with Meatball Tech. And Coach Flash Benny is giving his team a pep talk in the locker room. Now, listen, men. In this next half, we got to go out there and fight. You're playing like a bunch of jellyfish. You've been out there 30 minutes, and what's the score? I ask you, what's the score?
Notre Dame 7, Northwestern 6.
That's the trouble with you guys. You're not concentrating on this game. Now, I don't want that portable radio out in the field while we're playing. It's confusing.
Well, I'm doing the best I can, Coach.
Listen, Livy. All during the game, you've been tackling Meatball's quarterback and slapping him in the face. What's the idea?
That's Jim. The rat never sends me pretty flowers.
Never mind the romance. Just stick to the game.
You said it, Coach.
And you, left guard, left tackle, and center. A fine game you've all been playing.
None of your lip or we'll walk out, won't we, fellas? You're darn right. Yes, you said it.
cut that out. And you, Day.
Yes, Coach?
Every time you get the ball, you fall down. Why don't you run?
I keep tripping over the lace on my pants.
You're wearing the wrong one. Now, look, men. We've still got a chance. The game isn't over. All we got to do is get rolling. Why, the score is only
65 to nothing.
65 to nothing.
Hey, when did we get a nothing?
We started with that. Now, come on, men. I'm going to play with this next half and show you something about football. We'll win this game, or my name ain't Poison.
Here we are, folks. The score is Meatball 65, Flatfoot nothing, and the second half is about to begin. Meatball is already on the field, and here comes Flash Benny and his Flatfoot team.
Jello, Jello, hey, 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 best dessert in the USA. Flavor never goes away. Put it in, it's there to stay.
Ah, listen to those cheers, folks. There must be 18 people here today.
There's more than that on the team.
Oh, go shoot a pigeon.
Those were ducks. Darn that guy. Now, men, we've got nothing to worry about. I'll call the signal. Day'll carry the ball and crash through for a touchdown.
Who, me?
Yes, you. We're depending on you, Day. You're the best player on the team.
That gives you an idea, folks.
All right, men, let's go.
Here we go, folks. Meatball's about to kick off. Flatfoot's lining up to receive. And there's the whistle.
Well, there's the boat, the Catalina. On your toes, man.
Well, there's my boat, folks. So I'll now turn the microphone over to that famous sports announcer, Mr. Raymond Radcliffe.
Thanks, Captain Henry. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Raymond Radcliffe speaking.
Oh, fine.
I will now describe the last period of this thrilling football classic.
Classic?
Lefty Wanfield of Meatball is making the kick. And there goes the ball. Flash Benny of Flatfoot receives the ball on his own 30-yard line and is nailed in his whack.
Well, I didn't make much gain that time, fellas. But how can I with a fur ball?
Your toupee fell on it.
Oh. All right, men, this time we'll pull our famous hidden ball play. You know how it goes, Day?
No, hum a little of it.
It means that you carry the ball. Now, come on, men, line up. This is our chance. Signals. Hey, Wilson, pull in your left tackle a little. You're offside. All right, signals. Ralph Ram, Ricky French, Scrunch, hike.
It's a Kawasu play. Flash Benny grabs the ball and relays it to Howard. No, it's to Wilson. Wilson laterals to Day. Day grabs the ball and look at that fellow run.
Run, Day, run!
Day is crashing through the line. Look at him run. Look at him run. It looks like he's off for a touchdown. He's 11 yards from the goal. And what's this? He's tackled. Day is thrown on the 3-yard line and he's knocked silly.
Oh, that poor kid.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. He's out cold. Look at him laying there. Day, speak to me. Say something. Say something.
A truck hit me. Get the license number.
Oh, for crying out loud. Play, Phil.
Here's an unusual dessert, friends, that's unusually delicious. It's called Hawaiian Sunburst, and a grander-looking, grander-tasting dessert never decorated a table. Picture a brilliant mold of rich red raspberry jello surrounded in a sunburst effect by juicy wedges of golden Hawaiian pineapple. Sounds mighty good, doesn't it? And nothing could be easier to make. Simply dissolve a package of jello imitation raspberry flavor in 1 1/2 cups of hot water. Then add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 cup of the juice from the canned pineapple slices. Chill in individual molds, and in serving, circle each mold with a wedge-shaped piece of canned sliced pineapple. Now, most grocers are featuring canned pineapple and raspberry jello all next week. So get them both tomorrow and treat the family to this swell, distinctive dessert. Just remember to enjoy this dessert at its best. Be sure to use Jell-O, because only Jell-O's new locked-in flavor gives you all the flavor, always.
This is the last number of the 7th program in the current Jell-O series. And we'll be with you again next Sunday night at the same time. I want to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. Say, Mary, I'm having a big Thanksgiving dinner Thursday at my house. Would you like to join us?
Who's coming?
Well, there'll be Robert Taylor and Barbara Stanwyck and Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, Mr. and Mrs. Henry Fonda, and the Fred McMurrays, and maybe Moe Lee.
Him, you're sure of.
Yeah. Good night, folks.
You know how delicious, how downright good Jell-O is. Well, you'll feel just the same way about Jell-O puddings. 3 luscious, creamy puddings that are made by the same people who make Jell-O. There's Jell-O butterscotch pudding, simply brimming over with the buttery brown sugar flavor of golden butterscotch, and just as smooth and rich as the homemade kind that Grandma used to make. Yet how easy and inexpensive it is. Tomorrow, when you order Jell-O, ask for Jell-O puddings in all 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and creamy golden butterscotch. Jell-O puddings are just like Grandma's, only more so. This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
KFI, Los Angeles.
84 years ago, November 16th, 1941, Jack Benny here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We're going to stay in wartime with an episode of the Abbott and Costello Show as Lou goes back to his grade school days.
Do you know how old the school building in your community is? If it's over 25 years old, the chances are that it's woefully inadequate. Join with the groups in your community working for better school conditions. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
We continue on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox as Bud Abbott and Lou Costello now. From 81 years ago, November 16th, 1944. Lou Costello always talked about his hometown, Paterson, New Jersey. Well, his hometown school, PS15, wants him to come back and perform in the school play. Let's listen to the play.
The Abbott and Costello program, brought to you by Camel, the cigarette that's first in the service according to actual sales records. See if your throat and your taste don't make Camel a first with you, too. Find out for yourself. Listen to the great rhythms of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the swingy singing of Connie Haynes. And that lad whose message loud and clear each Thursday rings into your ear.
All right, Costello, come here. You're all excited.
like me.
You're all excited. What's the thing you've got there? Huh? It looks like a telegram. Where did you get it?
Oh, a fellow in a long green underwear gave it to me.
A fellow in a long green underwear?
Yeah, he was wearing a Western Union suit.
Why, you dummy, that was a messenger boy. And that's a telegram. What does it say?
It don't say nothing, Abbott. I can't see a thing.
Well, you dope, you haven't even opened the envelope.
Oh, do you have to open it? I thought you were supposed to peek through this little window in the front.
Give me that telegram. I'll read it. Hey, look, Costello. What? It's from your hometown.
Paterson, New Jersey?
Paterson, New Jersey.
Oh, boy!
Can you imagine? Look, it says, Dear Louis Costello.
Oh, yeah, Abbott. Look at the way they spell Louis.
What do you mean?
L-O-U-S-C. That's my hometown.
Quiet, Costello. This telegram is from your old grade school in Paterson, Public School 15.
Oh, boy. Good old PS15. My old alma mattress.
No. No, you mean alma mater. A mattress is something you lie on.
I know. I laid around that school for 10 years. Well, what do they want with me, Abbott?
Well, the telegram goes on to say, let's see now. We are proud of you, Mr. Costello, and the whole school will greatly be honored if you would come to Patterson this Saturday night and appear in our annual school play, signed by the principal, J. Soil-Off Wallpaper.
How do you like that, Abbott? Boy, oh boy, I knew my old school would send for me someday.
Sure they would.
I was always the hero of my school. I'll never forget Coach Abel Green.
What do you mean?
And those kids I played with, Michael Varello.
What did they do?
Those were the kids. We had a real team, and I was even the captain of the tug-of-war team.
Wait a minute. What did you do on the tug-of-war team?
I was the second jerk from the end.
Yes, but I can't...
I don't get that.
I don't either. Look, I can't understand why that school would send for you to appear in a play. What do you know about grammar?
About what?
Do you understand grammar?
No, not since she got a new false teeth.
No.
Even Grandpa can't understand her.
Now, Costello, I'm talking about dramatic acting. Did you ever do anything dramatic in school?
Oh, did I? I used to get up and I used to excite poetry.
You did?
Get a load of this little gem, which I wrote myself.
Let's hear it.
And roses are red, and violets are purple, sugar is sweet, and so is maple syrup.
Come on,
maple syrup, it rhymes, don't it?
Well, what about it? But maple syrup, what is that?
What is maple syrup?
What is maple syrup?
Maple syrup is the stuff you put on flannel cakes.
Okay, look. No, talk sense now. If you're going to Patterson, New Jersey, we've got to get down to the railroad station right away. Come on.
Okay, come on.
All right now, Costello, let's get our tickets for Patterson. We've got to find a comfortable place to sleep on the train.
Oh, I never have any trouble, Abbott. I got a system. I eat garlic before I get on a train.
What has garlic got to do with finding a place to sleep?
I just breathe in the conductor's face, and he gives me a wide berth.
Oh, be sensible. Well, here's the ticket window. I beg your pardon, sir. We're going to Patterson. Could you tell us how the trains run?
Oh, yes. There's a big black thing that pulls them, and it goes choo-choo and woo-hoo!
This guy's been drinking too much of that traveler's aid.
Look. You better let me handle this, Costello.
I think I better because I lost my place.
All right, never mind that. Look, in order to say, Lou, come here.
Go ahead. I got it.
All right, look, I'll take care of everything. Don't worry about a thing. In order to save money, I think we'd better get a couple of upper berths.
Oh, but I don't want an upper. I want a lower.
But, Costello, do you realize that if you buy a lower, you'll find it's much higher than an upper?
Oh, sure. I mean, after all, what'd you say?
I said that a lower is higher than an upper.
A lower is higher than an upper?
Why, certainly.
Well, what are they doing? Running the trains upside down?
Of course not. The lower is a more desirable berth. Therefore, if you want to go lower, you'll have to go higher.
If I want to go lower, I'll have to go higher?
Yes.
Why should I go higher when I want to go lower?
Simply because if you want to go lower, you have to go higher. Because the lower is higher than the upper. And the reason the lower is higher than the upper is because the upper is higher up than the lower.
Oh! You mean that the upper is lower than the lower because the lower is higher than the upper?
Now you've got it.
Now I've got it. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Costello, I'm trying to tell you that they sell the upper lower than the lower because when you sleep in an upper, you have to get up to go to bed.
I have to get up to go to bed?
That's right.
Who's paying for my berth?
You are.
And there ain't going to be anybody in it but me?
No.
Then why do I have to get up?
Costello, look, I've already explained it. Unless you go higher for a lower, then you're stuck with an upper. And you'll have to get up when you go to bed. And you'll have to get down when you want to get up.
Abbott.
What?
Let me smell your breath.
Oh!
Friends, would you like to do me well, I was just about to say do me a favor, but actually I should say do yourself a favor. Or maybe do your throat and your taste a flavor. Let them judge for themselves which cigarette best agrees with them. Let them answer the question you have so often asked yourself about which cigarette is best for you. Let your throat try Camel's kind, cool mildness. Let your taste sample that rich, full flavor. Because your T-zone, that's T for taste and T for throat, can tell you more about camels in one puff than I can in 10 programs.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camels, a superb blend of costlier tobaccos. Freddie Rich plays a hit tune of today, but for many of you, it is also a hit of other years. Freddie revives Sweet and Lovely.
Here you are, Costello, in good old Patterson, New Jersey.
Yeah, Abbott. And here's my old school.
Do tell.
PS15. As I stand here looking at this old building, I think of the happy days I spent here as a boy.
How long did you go to school, Costello?
You mean counting kindergarten?
Yes.
1 year.
Well, come on, let's find the principal's office and see what time we start rehearsing for the school play tonight.
Hey, what do you mean? What time we start rehearsing? Not we, me. This is my old school, not yours, Abbott.
What do you mean?
I'm going to do this play all by myself. I don't need your help.
Oh, how can you say that, Costello? Haven't I always given you the best of everything? Why, last Sunday when we had a double date, I gave you the best girl. What a slick little number you had.
Slick number is right. I bent her back in my arms and her hair slid off.
All right, look. Just cut that out, Costello. Wait a minute. I think this is the principal's office right here.
No, not that room.
What do you mean?
No, that room is where they have the art class.
What do you mean?
That's where I learned to draw, Abbott.
You did?
I was a wonderful drawer. My kid brother Sebastian is in there now. He's studying to be a drawer, too.
Well, that'll be nice.
Just think of it. The Costello brothers. A pair of drawers.
Look, never mind that. Where is the principal's office?
Oh, I don't quite remember, Abbott. But look. Here's my old first grades room.
First grade room?
Yeah.
Eh? Well, why don't you go in and say hello to your old teacher?
Oh, I don't think Miss Sashwaite would remember me. I wonder if she's as fat as she used to be.
Why, was she very fat?
Fat. Every time she turned around, she used to erase the back blackboard.
Yeah.
I said it!
All right. Well, go ahead. Open the door and see if she remembers you after all these years.
Okay. Boy, will she be surprised to see me. Miss Sashwaite! Miss Sashwaite!
Yes?
Don't you remember me? I'm Lou Costello.
Oh, and where were you all day yesterday?
Yesterday? I haven't been here for 15 years.
If you're absent one more day, you'll have to bring a note from your mother.
Just a minute, Miss Sashwaite. I'm Lou Costello. Don't you remember how 15 years ago I always used to pester you by raising my hand?
Yes?
Well?
You can go now.
Gee, Miss Sashwaite. Gee, she's changed. I remember when she used to keep me after school to spank her erasers.
All right, look. Come on, Costello. Here's the principal's office right over here. And you'd better let me talk to him. He's a very brilliant man.
Go ahead.
How do you do, sir? Are you Professor Wallpaper, the principal?
Yeah. Oh, you can always tell a Harvard man.
Professor, I understand you want Costello to appear in your school play tonight.
Yeah, just a minute. I got the telephone tangled in my yo-yo. Now, if you fellas are looking for the rehearsal of the play, it's right in the next room.
Oh, all right. Come on, Costello.
Oh, I love you, Millicent, my darling.
I love you too, Rodney. Kiss me, my sweet.
Oh. Hey, you two, cut it out.
Shh, wait a minute. Don't stop them, Costello. That's wonderful acting.
They're not acting. That's the janitor and the fourth grade teacher.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Can anybody tell us where they're rehearsing the play, please?
Yes, right in the next room. Just ask for the English teacher. He's in charge.
Thanks.
Oh, I love you, Millicent, my darling.
I love you too, Rodney. Kiss me, my sweet.
Hey, Abbott,
What?
they've been doing that for 15 years.
Why don't they get together?
Well, she won't marry him when he's drunk, and he won't marry her when he's sober.
Yes, teacher, I'm a dandy.
Kitzel, don't tell me that you're teaching in this school, too.
Yeah, could be, yeah. You know, I'm devoting my whole life to teaching the little kiddies how to speak perfectly the King's English. Yes, I went to one of the most famous colleges in England.
Eton?
Yeah, eating and drinking. I had a wonderful time.
I was in London once.
Yeah?
I met a beautiful girl on the street one day.
Piccadilly?
I certainly did.
He certainly did. I don't get it.
Look, Kitzel, I understand you're directing the school play tonight.
Yes, sir, yeah, my friend. You know, my whole family was dramatic coaches. My grandfather was a coach. My father was a coach. My uncle was a coach. Oh, I come from a long line of coaches.
And what are you, the caboose?
Well, gentlemen, I'll see you tonight at the play. Now I must get back to my pupil.
Just a minute, Kitzel.
Yeah?
Just a minute. Is my kid brother Sebastian in your English class?
Is that little Sebastian your brother? Woohoo! Is he a bright little chappie? You know, he is speaking the best English from the whole school. Just a second, I'll call him. Sebastian!
Hello, Sebastian. Hello. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. Professor Kitzel just told me that you're the best English pupil in his whole class. Is that true?
Yeah, could be.
Lovely Connie Haynes and a lovely song together.
We stroll the lane together, laughed at the rain together, sang love's refrain together, and we both pretend it would never end. One day we cried together, cast love aside together. You're gone from me, but in my memory, always will be together. You're gone from me, but in my memory, we'll always be together.
Well, radio sure is a wonderful triumph of modern science, but as yet we haven't found out how to broadcast the flavor of a cigarette over a microphone. Only your own taste can tell you which cigarette you like best. And only your own throat can tell you which cigarette likes you best. So why not give your T-zone, that's T for throat and T for taste, a chance to judge the cigarette it likes best? Give your taste a chance to try the rich, full flavor of Camel's blend of costlier tobaccos. Give your throat the chance to try Camel's kind, cool mildness. Like millions of smokers, you too may find that your cigarette is C-A-M-E-L-S. Camels. Let them tell their own story to your own T-zone today.
Good evening, members of the Parents and Teachers Club of Patterson, and all you dirty, dear little kiddies. We have a great surprise for you tonight. One of our former pupils, Lou Costello, has consented to present a play for us. Most of you remember Lou Costello. In his school days, he was the head boy along this block. And let us listen to this blockhead.
Costello, the audience is waiting for you. You've just been introduced. Open this door.
Here I am, Uncle Bud.
Sebastian, what are you doing in your brother's makeup and his costume? What is the meaning of this?
Louis has disappeared.
Disappeared?
Mm-hmm. But don't worry, Uncle Bud.
What do you mean?
I'm going out on the stage and I'm going to take his place. And the audience will never know the difference. I put on this big putty nose that I got, and I put on my nose, this big putty nose.
But, Sebastian, you've got the putty down over the end of your nose. How are you going to smell?
All right, unless they turn on the heat.
Look, Sebastian, what are you going to do when you get out on that stage?
Well, I'm going to tell them a story about Romeo and Juliet. And it was written by William Shakespeare, a very great ether.
Ether?
Mm-hmm.
You mean author. Ether puts people asleep.
That's what this story's going to do.
Well, all right, as long as Lou isn't here, I suppose you'll have to do it. Okay, come on, hurry up. The curtain's going up. Come on, there you are.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to tell you the story of Romeo and Juliet. Now, I don't want any interruptions from you, Uncle Abbott.
Go ahead, let's
My
hear the
big
story.
brother told me how you interrupt him.
Well, go ahead.
But don't interrupt me.
Tell that story.
Don't give me that.
Go
Don't
ahead,
interrupt me,
go
that's
ahead.
all. I lost my place like my big brother. Now, I'm not kidding. Once upon a time, there was a fella named Romeo.
Romeo? What did this Romeo look like?
I got out of that one.
Well, all right, what did he look like?
Huh?
What did he look like?
Well, he was about... How do I know what he looked like? I never met the guy.
Then why do you tell stories about people you don't even know?
Nobody knows Romeo. He's just a guy in the story. He's an imaginary character.
Oh, you mean he's just a person in fancy?
In fancy? In fancy what?
In fancy nothing.
That's a good way to catch cold. Now, look, Uncle Bud, if you just shut up, I'll tell a story.
All right, go ahead. I won't say any more.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Once upon a time, there was a fellow named Romeo, and he was his father's only son.
Well, that's right. He was his father's heir.
His what?
His father's heir.
His father didn't have any hair. He was bald-headed.
All right, go ahead.
Now, don't interrupt me.
All right, go ahead.
Now, there's a girl in the story, and her name is Juliet. And her father was giving a big party, you know, to kind of, sort of shove her into society.
Oh, you mean she was making her debut?
I don't know if it was a debut or her nightbue. All I know, it was her first party, and a lot of people was invited to see her and stuff. And things.
Well, you see, the folks were coming in to her coming out party.
How can you come in to come out? She was inside already.
Naturally, she had to come in to come out.
What did she want to come out for? She was inside. This wasn't an outdoor affair.
All right.
This was inside.
I know that. You told me that. All right.
Well, if people are going to come in to come out, there's no use of going out to come in.
All right.
Why don't they stay home?
Look, Sebastian, you don't understand.
Why don't you stay home?
Look, you don't understand, Sebastian.
Stay home.
Now, listen, please. You want me to tell your big brother on you?
Anybody got lozenges?
Listen, please. Look, the party brings her out.
The party brings her out.
That's right.
Why should the party bring her out? What did the little girl do?
No.
The party didn't even start, and some guy right away wants to drag her out.
No, you don't understand.
Why don't they leave the little kid alone?
Now, Sebastian.
Maybe she wasn't drinking.
But, listen, Sebastian.
Maybe she had one pop.
Now, Sebastian.
Maybe after all, the kid is okay.
right. All right.
Lost again.
All right, go on with the story. Well, look, wasn't Romeo invited to this party?
Talk longer.
Look, wasn't Romeo invited to this party is what I want to know, wasn't he?
Oh, sure.
Oh, that-
Sure. No, you see, Juliet's father, thank you, Mr. Bernard. Juliet's father, I need him.
Now, come on, Sebastian.
Juliet's father didn't like Romeo,
Yeah.
so he had to put on a mask, and he borrowed another guy's clothes, and he went away.
Oh, Romeo went in disguise.
Yeah, in this guy's clothes.
I see. All right, I see.
You see, Uncle Bud, Romeo and Juliet's fathers was enemies, and they was fighting for 15 years.
They didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Which family brought on the feud?
They both brought on the feud, but Romeo wouldn't eat it. He was lovesick. He kept getting thin and pale.
Oh, I see. He looked wan.
Oh, yeah. What did you say?
I said, he looked wan. Don't you know what wan is?
Yeah, 1 is the number before 2.
No.
1, 2, a bottom my shell.
No. Wan means picket. Romeo was picket.
Yeah, sure. He was peeking through the keyhole at Juliet.
Now, Sebastian.
Well, if I was there, I'd have peeked at her myself.
Sebastian, will you please go on with the play?
Well, anyway, every night Juliet used to sit on the balcony.
Why did she sit in the balcony?
Because she couldn't afford a seat in the orchestra.
Sure. All right.
And she liked to sit in the balcony.
All right, now, don't argue.
Up there she could smoke.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Put her feet on the rail.
Yes, go on, go ahead.
So far, so good.
Go ahead.
One night, I hope I can hold out.
All
One
right.
night, Juliet dropped her handkerchief, and Romeo picked it up and handed it to her.
And what did Juliet do when Romeo handed her the handkerchief?
As she'd done like anybody else.
What? Just what?
Well, you know what I
Wait,
mean.
do you know the story, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Well, what did Juliet do when Romeo handed her the handkerchief?
You know, like they always...
What did she do?
She wiped her nose.
All right, now.
Gee, did you have to make me say that?
Well, all right, never mind.
I mean, it's your line.
All right,
Go ahead.
look, Sebastian, as I remember the story, Romeo had a rival, and they fought a duel with lances. Now, what I can't understand is why did the other fella kick Romeo when Romeo dropped his lance?
Because he caught Romeo with his lance down.
Look, that's enough, Sebastian. Stop the play. Stop it. I say, ladies and gentlemen, the play is over. Bring down the curtain.
Hey, what's the idea of stopping the play, Uncle Bud?
Sebastian, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Not only have you disgraced your brother Lou, but you stand there and make a monkey out of a great masterpiece. You ridicule Romeo and Juliet, the greatest love story of all time, and you deliberately insult the name of William Shakespeare. Why do you do these wicked things?
Oh, I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, I'll say you're a bad boy.
Oh, I'm the kind of kid my mother won't let me associate with.
You certainly are. Now, come here. Now, where is your brother Lou?
I think he might be in the 4th grade classroom, Uncle Bud.
What makes you think that?
Because I locked him in there before the show.
Sebastian, unlock that door and let your brother out. He's probably in there crying his eyes out because he missed the play. Go on, open that door.
Okay, Uncle Bud.
Go ahead.
I love you, Millicent, my darling.
And I love you too, Costello. Kiss me, my sweet.
Costello, what are you doing making love with a 4th grade teacher? You know she's the janitor's girl.
You're telling me, Abbott, and I'm the new janitor.
But you missed the whole play.
Oh, don't worry, Abbott. Millicent and I are going to put on another play tomorrow night.
Another play?
Yeah, and I'm calling it The Girl Who Eloped with the New Janitor or Gone with the Window Cleaner.
I love you, Costello, my sweet.
I love you too, Millicent, my sweet.
Oh, he's a bad boy.
Abbott and Costello will be back in a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Technical Sergeant George James H. Logan of Luling, Texas, who is one of only 2 men in this war to receive both the Congressional Medal of Honor and the Distinguished Service Cross. In your honor, Sergeant James M. Logan, the makers of Camels are sending to our fighters overseas 400,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the 3 Camel radio shows honors a Yank of the Week by sending free 400,000 Camel cigarettes overseas. A total of more than 1 million Camels sent free each week. In this country, the Camel caravans traveling from camp to camp have thanked audiences of more than 4 million Yanks with free shows and free Camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 3 times a week, are rebroadcast to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore. Monday to Bob Hawke in Thanks to the Yanks. And next Thursday to Abbott and Costello. And before we hear from the boys, I'd like to say the Merchant Marine needs more men to man the supply lines to victory. And to eligible men, it offers not only a well-paid and worthy present, but a splendid future. In 6 months' time now, you can make the progress it would have taken you 3 years to make before Pearl Harbor. Get all the facts. Go to any United States Employment Service office or wire collect to the United States Merchant Marine, Washington, D.C. And now, here are Bud and Lou Costello with a final word.
Thanks, Ken. But it's getting a little late, so all we'll have time to say is just good night, folks.
And good night to everybody.
Good night
and please
to...
buy bonds.
Buy bonds. Good night, folks.
To everybody in Patterson, New Jersey.
Good night, neighbors. Good night, neighbors.
Be sure to tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show. And remember, try Camels on your throat and your taste. See for yourself how Camel's mildness, coolness, and flavor click with you.
If you are a hermit living in some lonely cave, don't listen to this, because you're one of the few men in the world who can pack his pipe with any old tobacco he pleases and get away with it. But if you want your pipe to make a hit with people around you as well as yourself, then load up with Prince Albert. That wonderful fragrance, that aged-in-the-wood aroma, gives your pipe real pipe appeal to other folks as well as yourself. Besides that fragrance, Prince Albert has a rich, full-bodied, yet mild flavor. It's no-bite treated for tongue gentleness. It's crimp-cut to pack, draw, and burn perfectly. And what a bargain. Just about 50 pipefuls in one regular 2-ounce package. More pipes smoke Prince Albert than any other tobacco in the world.
The Abbott and Costello Show for Camel Cigarettes will be back at this very same time next week. Don't miss it. This is Ken Niles in Hollywood, wishing you a pleasant good night.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
81 years ago, November 16, 1944, Abbott and Costello here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll have crime shows tomorrow. We are going to hear from Frank Sinatra. Broadway is my Frank Sinatra as Rocky Fortune, and how the Hepcat killed the canary. We'll also have an episode of Sam Spade. It is the first show where Steve Dunn plays Sam Spade, not Howard Duff. And the show is called The Death of Sam Spade. And it all gets into communism, why Stephen Dunn replaced Howard Duff. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. We'll also have an episode of Broadway is My Beat starring Larry Thor from 1950 and a 1938 episode of Calling All Cars, very fact-based, that you need to hear. That's coming up on tomorrow's program. We'll have comedy on Tuesday with another episode of Abbott and Costello and the Aldrich Family, both from 1948. Harold Perry is The Great Gildersleeve from 1945, and My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball and Richard Denning from 1950. On Wednesday, a 1950 episode of Counterspy, The Case of the Pseudo Spuds. This is a real work, let me put it that way. An episode of Calling All Cars based on the truth of unloading hot bonds from 1935, an episode of Escape Casting the Brooms from 1947, and a 1961 episode of Suspense. On Thursday, we get to our Thanksgiving shows where we start off with Amos and Andy from 1949, Let George Do It from 1950, Cavalcade of America from 1951, and Jeff Regan Investigator and Pilgrim's Promise. I know it's a mix of varieties of shows, but they all have to do with Thanksgiving as we head into the week of Thanksgiving. On Friday, we'll lead off with Lum and Abner's half-hour show, where cousin Rowena of Ezra Seastrunk has Thanksgiving dinner with Lum Edwards. Also, Maxwell House Coffee Time, Jack Benny, where he dreams he's a turkey, and Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve, inviting in a Thanksgiving guest. On Saturday, Harold Perry with two different shows. We'll hear his original show where he was the great Gildersleeve from 1942. And then we hear the show when CBS took him thinking they were going to get Gildersleeve, but they didn't. They just got Harold Perry, so the Harold Perry Show from 1950. We'll have a 1939 episode of Dr. Christian a week from today, and we'll have a 1951 episode of Tarzan. And then coming up in the next few days, once we get past that week, a lot of shows dealing with Thanksgiving, heading into Thanksgiving. All right, coming up next here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, a couple of shows from 1952. In fact, that's a Sunday as well. And we're going to start off with the Aldrich Family and Bobby Ellis next.
Alert Americans will heed history's lessons. Throughout history, surprise has had a leading role in military disasters. Today, an enemy capable of surprise air attack could leave chaos in his wake. That's why you should be in the Civilian Ground Observer Corps, volunteering a few hours a week to guard our skies. Be a ground observer. Contact your local civilian defense office.
Now we're going to go to the final season of the Aldrich Family. Ezra Stone was out and Bobby Ellis was in as Henry. This episode from 73 years ago, November 16th, 1952, as Henry Aldrich joins the debating team.
Henry Aldrich!
Coming, Mother?
Yes, it's The Aldrich Family. Written by Clifford Goldsmith, transcribed and brought to your family by Plymouth.
Get set for a new kind of low-priced car. Go to your nearby Plymouth showroom Thursday. Meet the new Plymouth. Yes, the 1953 Plymouth is a new kind of car. First truly balanced car in the low-priced field. And what a difference Plymouth's True Balance makes. A beautiful new look, a remarkable new ride. And Thursday's the day your Plymouth dealer says, come on in and meet the new Plymouth.
There's going to be a big Plymouth contest, too, starting Thursday. Your chance to win yourself a beautiful new Plymouth free or one of hundreds of cash prizes.
Full details from your nearby Plymouth dealer on Thursday when you go in to meet the new 53 Plymouth.
Families today are pretty much the same as families yesterday. Fathers and mothers and children never change very much from one generation to another. And the ever-present spark plug is always a typical teenage boy like Henry Aldrich. The scene is the Aldrich dining room. The time is morning.
Could you please pass the toast, Mary?
Another piece, Henry.
Yes, please. And Father?
Well?
Could I please have another egg?
Dear, that'll make 3 eggs.
Yes, Mother.
Henry, your normal appetite is rather frightening, but now you're eating like a man with a purpose.
Gee whiz, I do have a purpose, Father. I'm building myself up. I'm on the debating team.
You're on the debating team, dear?
Well, I'm not exactly on it, Mother. I'm really just trying out for it. They're having the trials this afternoon.
How did you happen to go out for debating, Henry?
Well, it's just sort of the kind of thing that appeals to me. Mother, would it be too much trouble to open a can of sardines?
Sardines for breakfast?
Well, everyone says that fish is brain food. Isn't that so, Father?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't keep them from getting caught.
Aren't you going to finish your toast, Mary?
Here, you can have it.
Thanks. And will you please pass the marmalade?
How much do you have to weigh to make the debating team?
I don't have to weigh anything. But I don't see any point in going to a thing half-heartedly.
Well, dear, if you do make the team, I hope Aunt Harriet will come to hear you speak.
She just won't believe her ears.
Well, gee whiz, why should everybody be so amazed just because I'm anxious to improve my mind? I think everybody ought to improve their mind.
No sense in overdoing it, though.
Well, I won't go overboard, Father.
On which side of the debate are you speaking?
On which side?
You have 2 sides, haven't you?
Father, they don't even have a team yet.
Do you really think you can make the team, dear?
Well, I hope so, Mother. I'd hate to be doing all this eating for nothing.
So I don't think it'll be entirely wasted.
Oh, would you excuse me, please, while I run upstairs and get some notes I've got to use?
Yes, dear. Sam, I'm simply delighted.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Henry made a good debater. He's sort of a chip off the old block. He has a quick mind. Thinks fast on his feet.
is, Mother.
Don't bother to come to the door, anybody. Is Henry through eating?
Well, hello, Willie. Henry will be down in just a minute.
How does he feel this morning, Mrs. Aldrich? Is he a little nervous?
Why should he be nervous?
Well, you know, trying out for the debating team. It can be pretty nerve-wracking.
Oh, Henry didn't act like he was nervous.
He didn't eat like it either.
Are you going to try out for the team, Willie?
Oh, no. I'm on it.
How many eggs do you eat a day?
Eggs?
Yes, to keep yourself in good condition for debating.
Oh, I'm not on the talking end of the team.
On which end are you?
I'm the manager.
Well, I'm sure that's a very important job, Willie.
What I really went out for was the track team, but my legs went back on me.
What are the duties of a manager?
Well, for one thing, I correspond.
You correspond with whom?
With all the other managers. We get together and correspond. Sort of write letters, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's quite an accomplishment.
I'm sure you do it very well, Willie.
Yes, ma'am. I worry about it quite a lot.
And you persuaded Henry to go out for the debating team?
Oh, no, sir. That was on account of Ellen.
Ellen?
Yes, sir. Ellen Standish.
What does she have to do with it?
She's very pretty. And she's also on the team.
I know who she is. Mother, she's that girl that can talk your head off.
That's the one.
Ellen Standish?
She's very pretty, though.
But she is the one that talks a lot.
Sure. To everyone except Henry. And he figured that if he could get on the team, she'd talk to him.
Well, that explains Henry's sudden craving for the finer things.
Yes, sir. But she's pretty, Mr. Aldrich. It's been a great pleasure for me just to manage her.
Ellen Standish.
Well?
I just finished my tryout for the debating team.
Oh, did you?
Sure. I thought perhaps you'd be glad to know I may be on the team with you. Are you going down the hall a ways?
I'm going into the library here.
Oh.
Say, Henry, is that you?
What is it, Homer?
Hello, Ellen. I just finished my tryout.
Are you going out for the team, too?
Sure, we'll all be together.
Oh. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Ellen. Ellen?
Henry, they said you and I should wait in the classroom across the hall until the tryouts are all over.
Okay, let's go in. Boy, I sure hope I make the team.
Oh, what subject did you talk about?
I talked about how I helped my mother grow tomatoes last summer.
Henry, it isn't pronounced tomato.
It isn't?
No. In parliamentary procedure, it's tomato.
Tomato? Well, who do you know that calls it tomato? Did you ever hear anybody talk about French fried potatoes?
That isn't the point, Henry. Common people call it tomato. But when you're trying to make the debating team, it's tomato.
Hey, fellas, I got some great news for you.
You have, Willie? Did we make the team?
The faculty is in conference right now. I'll let you know as soon as they tell me.
Hey, Willie!
What were you going to ask him, Henry?
Whether I could give part of my speech over. As a matter of fact, Homer, I know a lot of people who aren't common who say tomato.
Well, Henry, all I know is that if I had to stand up before 3 members of the faculty, I'd be mighty sure I said tomato.
Boy. The part that makes me mad, Homer, is I could have just as well said asparagus and been on safe ground.
Hey, fellas, the meeting's over.
What did they decide, Willie?
Yeah, what?
Well, one of you guys is going to be awfully disappointed.
We are? Well, tell us which one it is.
Now, listen, Henry, I'm the manager, and I'll make the announcement when I'm good and ready. Besides, it shouldn't make any difference to you how they decide it.
You mean I didn't make it?
No. They liked Homer's voice better.
They did? No kidding.
Sure, it carries farther. They say they can hear your voice even in the last row of the balcony. Lucy Adams also made the team. Well, I gotta go back and attend to some correspondence.
Gee, Henry, I'm sorry.
Oh, gee, there's nothing to be sorry about, Homer. If you want to know the truth, I'm glad I didn't make it. With Lucy Adams on it and everything.
Ellen Standish is on it.
You know, Homer, we've been friends for a long time, haven't we?
Sure.
Well, I was just thinking. You've done a lot of nice things for me, so I'm going to do you a favor.
You are?
Sure. I'm willing to take your place on the team, just out of friendship, and I won't charge you a cent.
Why?
Well, don't you want to get off the team?
When did I say that?
Well, I shouldn't think you'd want to be on it.
Hey, Henry, what do you think?
What, Willie?
You made the team.
And I didn't?
No, you're on it too, Homer.
I am? Henry, that gets rid of Lucy Adams.
No, it doesn't. She's on the team, too.
Well, whose place do I take?
Ellen Standish's.
Ellen's?
Ellen's?
Yes, she just resigned.
There, Homer. Now do you see what you've done?
It isn't Homer's fault. Ellen says she's entirely too nervous to debate.
Hello, Henry.
Congratulations.
Oh, hello, Lucy.
Isn't it wonderful?
Henry, I'm going home.
But, Homer, haven't you heard?
Lucy, you don't think debating is going to make you nervous, do you?
Oh, no, I feel wonderful.
I think I'll resign.
Henry, you aren't going to resign just as we've got our first debate scheduled, are you?
For when, Willie?
Didn't you know? For a week from next Friday night.
I've been corresponding about it since last August.
Well, who are we debating with?
Middletown High School.
The subject is resolve that the steam engine has contributed more to the progress of civilization than the horse.
Well, on which side are we?
The horses.
We take the negative?
Sure. We don't believe in steam engines.
Henry, don't you think the horse has done more than the steam engine?
I don't know, Lucy.
Henry, you don't seem interested.
Lucy, I just don't think I'm going to be any good at this. If I can't convince myself, how am I going to convince a whole auditorium full of people?
But that's the way I felt at first. Here, will you have a cookie my mother baked?
No, thank you.
They have fudge fillings.
Fudge fillings? Well, I'll try just half of one.
Here. Think of what the horse has done for agriculture, Henry. 60% of the farms in this country still use horses.
Is that right? May I have the other half of that cookie?
Sure, here. And Henry, how did the covered wagons cross the plains?
By horse?
By horse. Our forefathers didn't know what a steam engine was.
That's true, Lucy. And you always have cookies like this?
Oh, of course. See how interesting it is?
Well, it's beginning to show some possibilities. Excuse me for reaching in front of you.
When you get through with those cookies, Henry, there are some more in the kitchen. Oh, my goodness, I wonder whether that's Willie phoning.
Willie?
Hello?
Hello, Lucy.
Oh, is that you, Homer?
Yes, is Henry there?
Henry.
Gee whiz, what does Homer want?
Here.
Oh, Homer.
Can't you get away from her, Henry?
Not exactly.
Boy, do I pity you. Do you know what I dug up in the library this afternoon?
What?
All about the Eohippus.
The what-a-pus?
The Eohippus. It was a prehistoric horse, and it stood less than 2 feet high.
What was it used for?
I don't think it was used for anything. But I think we ought to mention it, Henry. It'll show we dug into it. They had 4 toes.
4? Imagine.
Henry, will you have another cookie?
Sure, thanks, Lucy.
Cookie?
And Homer, did you ever think of this? How do they speak of a steam engine?
How?
By its horsepower.
Sure.
Boy, Henry, that's wonderful.
Write it down, Lucy.
And I'll write down about the Eohippus.
Sure. Mr. Chairman, honorable judges, worthy opponents, the subject we've been asked to discuss this evening is resolve.
Henry, do you have to wave your arms?
Was I waving my arms, Father?
Go on.
When we are through, ladies and gentlemen, it will be clearly seen that the horse is one animal that cannot be replaced.
What time does the debate begin this evening?
At 8:15, and boy, Father, we're a cinch to win. Where was I?
The horse is an animal that cannot be replaced.
Oh, yeah. What are steam engines made of, ladies and gentlemen? Of steel and iron, and steel and coal. And how do they first get them out of the mines? I'll tell you how. It'll be a pleasure. By a horse. Father, don't you think that's going to knock him for a loop?
I'm afraid it will.
I prepared this whole thing in a week. And what makes pulleys go round? Belts. And what are belts made of? From horses' hides. And what was the first machine ever made? A cart. And what pulled the cart? A horse. And how about Paul Revere? It's common gossip, known by every school child, how he saved America with a horse. And then, Father, I go on and I end up with a long speech about the Eohippus.
The Eohippus?
Yes, sir. It was a prehistoric horse that hardly came up to my knees. Don't you think it's pretty good?
Well, it has 1 or 2 weak points, Henry.
Yeah, but, Father, what you've heard is only 1/3 of our argument. We've divided it into 3 parts. I cover the horse as a historical contribution, Homer covers it during the present, and Lucy covers it from the female point of view.
Henry, I've just pressed your blue serge suit for you.
Thank you, Mother.
And when you get up on the platform, don't turn your back to the audience.
Why not, Mother?
The seat is shiny.
Henry, do you mind if I raise 1 or 2 questions?
You mean there's something about my speech that puzzled you?
Well, in the first place, iron is not hauled out of mines by horses, but by mules.
Well, Father, I don't like to argue, but when you get right down to it, A mule is sort of a horse.
A mule is a mule.
I could show you a book that says a mule is a horse.
I'd like to see it.
Well, anyway, I don't think that's the point, Father. The question is, which has done more for civilization?
Well, supposing your worthy opponents remind your audience that the first cart was not pulled by a horse, but by a man.
No horse?
No horse. And supposing they mention the fact that very good driving belts are made not only from horsehide, but from cowhide.
But, Father, you keep evading the issue. What I'm talking about is horses.
All right, then let's talk about them. In what way did Paul Revere's horse help promote progress?
Well, it stands to reason. If he hadn't had a horse, he wouldn't have been able to spread the alarm before the enemy came. Supposing he had to wait around until the steam engine was invented.
And by what means was the enemy approaching?
On horseback.
In other words, it was a case of one horse trying to get away from a number of other horses. Therefore, the horses all cancel each other out and have nothing to do with the case.
Did you say that again, Father? Make it a little clearer.
I'm a lawyer. I don't have to be clear.
Henry?
Yes, Mother?
It's time for you to go upstairs and wash.
Already?
Yes, dear. Dinner's on the table.
Dinner? Well, gee, Mother, it's a funny thing, but all of a sudden something happened to my stomach.
What's the matter, dear? Have you lost your confidence?
I just wish I hadn't got mixed up in this darn debate.
Now, dear, you go upstairs and get washed. You'll feel better.
Yes, Mother. You and Father aren't going to sit down in front, are you?
We are.
Oh, don't do that, Father. Every time I see your face, I'll forget all about horses.
Henry, please go upstairs.
Yes, Mother. I feel just as though I were sitting on the guillotine.
Sam, did I overhear you criticizing Henry's talk?
I was simply pointing out one or two of his weak spots. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, my goodness, Sam, now he'll just brood about it. You know how Henry is.
I'll answer the phone. Maybe the debate's being called off.
There, Sam, is a very good example of how you've unnerved him.
Alice, I give you my word. I was simply trying to help the boy.
Well, I'm quite sure that if I had to stand up before an audience of several hundred people, I wouldn't want my father to upset me just before I went on.
Henry?
Yes, Father?
When you're through on the phone, come in here.
Yes, sir.
Sam, you're going to wear your best suit, aren't you?
Just to go over to the high school?
Well, dear, I bought a new hat. After all, we don't want to be a disgrace to Henry. And I do want Henry to win, if only because of that Ellen Standish.
What has she done?
Well, Mary heard that Ellen got off the team just because Henry was on it.
Gee whiz, is Lucy nervous? Poor kid.
Well, don't you be nervous, Henry. Your father and I are trying not to be. What did Lucy call you about?
Just to say she's so scared she can't eat her dinner.
Well, you should have told her to have a cup of tea. That's all I'm going to have.
Henry.
I'm going up and finish washing.
Before you go up...
Is there something more wrong with my speech?
Well, I'd like to explain that the only reason I criticized your talk was to find out how much you believed in it.
Oh.
You see, if you don't believe with all your heart and soul that the horse has been more important, then the judges won't believe you.
Oh, but I do believe it, Father. Well, I suppose I'm a little sentimental about it, but it isn't just for my sake and for yours that I want to win. It's really for all horses in general.
Henry, could I speak to you for a minute?
Where did you come from, Willie?
I just met the Middletown debating team at the station. And boy, have they made a mess of things.
How?
Well, we're taking the negative of the argument, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, so are they.
You mean they've taken our side?
Yes. Can you imagine a dirty trick like that?
How could a thing like that have happened?
Well, something seems to have gone wrong with the correspondence.
Willie, you mean it was really your fault?
Henry, I'd like you to see all the correspondence I've handled on this. I bet you'd make one or two minor mistakes yourself.
What are you going to do about it?
Well, Mr. Bradley, our principal, says our team has to take the other side.
The other side? Willie, you mean I have to be a traitor to the horse?
We'll return to the Aldrich family in just a moment.
What's new? The 53 Plymouth, it's news. The 53 Plymouth, the low-price field has a brand new star. The truly balanced Plymouth, a new kind of car. A new kind of car.
New kind of car is right. The 53 Plymouth is new from the wheels up. A whole new concept of car design. New styling, new beauty, inside and out. A wonderful new ride. Plymouth Announcement Day is this coming Thursday, so plan now to make tracks to your nearby Plymouth dealers Thursday.
You'll be thrilled when you see the new Plymouth. Delighted when you get behind the wheel and handle the controls. And here's a tip. Pay particular attention to the new features of the Plymouth.
75 new features in all. Because there's a big Plymouth contest this year with $25,000 in prizes, just for telling what you like most about this great new beauty. First prize, a sleek, racy 53 Plymouth convertible. Win it and be the envy of the neighborhood. Next 5 winners get new Plymouth sedans, and there are hundreds of cash prizes.
It's fun, easy to enter, and you get full details from your Plymouth dealer. See him Thursday for your entry blank and meet the new 53 Plymouth.
Now getting back to the troubles of Henry Aldrich. Well, after working on a debate for 10 days, Henry has just learned that his team has been preparing the wrong side. The scene opens in the high school principal's office. The time is that same evening.
But, Mr. Bradley, it isn't fair to the team. It isn't even fair to the audience.
Henry, the mistake was made by our manager. The least we can do is take the affirmative and go ahead with the debate.
But in the meantime, how about the horse?
I think the horse will understand.
But, Mr. Bradley, we memorized our speeches word for word. I've even learned a whole eulogy to the horse. I can't just give the whole thing and insert the word steam engine instead of horse, can I?
Henry, why do we have debates?
Well,
in order to develop our faculties for thinking and reasoning.
Don't you see, Mr. Bradley, I'm no good at a thing like that. I can't argue.
You're doing a pretty good job of it right now.
But I'm losing.
Yes. But you're developing your faculties. Come in.
Mr. Bradley, is Henry in here?
Yes, Lucy.
Well, look, Henry, could we ask Mr. Bradley to do this?
To do what?
Why don't both teams agree right at the start that the horse has made the greatest contribution to civilization, and then let the judges decide which team is the most sincere?
Sure, Mr. Bradley, that would be interesting.
No. The Middletown team are our guests, and the least we can do is have a difference of opinion with them. Yes?
Mr. Bradley, is the school nurse here?
What's the matter, Homer?
Well, it's a funny thing, but I have chills and a headache.
Chills and a headache?
Yes, sir, and my jaw's hurt. I think I'm coming down with the mumps.
Didn't you have the mumps last fall, Homer?
But, Mr. Bradley, I've just been talking with the Middletown team. They don't feel half as keen about the horse as we do. Why don't we be generous and give them the steam engine?
Henry and Homer, you have exactly 30 minutes in which to prepare your arguments. Middletown will take the negative. And if Centerville is half the high school I think it is, we shall take the affirmative. What is more, ladies and gentlemen, members of the faculty, since the Centerville team has just learned at the last moment that it must change sides, it will, so to speak, be swapping horses in the middle of the stream in favor of the steam engine. And I suppose that the pitcher of water that rests on this stand is for the affirmative to make steam with and for the negative to give to their horses. The first speaker for the negative, I mean the affirmative, yes, the affirmative is Homer Brown.
The question we have been asked to discuss was, oh boy, I mean, ladies and gentlemen and honorable judges. Speaking of man's best friend, the horse, the steam engine, instead of boring you for my full 6 minutes, I believe I can prove my point in practically less than a minute.
And what is more, ladies and gentlemen, when a lady who lives in Chicago sees a hat that she wants in New York, how do they get it to her? By horseback? No!
The next point I wish to bring to your attention is that little run of a beast, the Eohippus, that was never good for anything at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard both sides of the argument and the rebuttal for the negative. The Centerville team did not utilize all of its original time, and I do not know whether any of its members would care to take part in the rebuttal. If so, we will now hear from Henry Aldrich.
Mr. Chairman, Centerville High School has several things to say. My worthy opponents have tried to impress on you that if it weren't for the horse, we wouldn't have any steel or iron with which to build steam engines. May I ask, were they ever got any such idea as that? Horses aren't used in mines. Mules are. The next point. My worthy opponent says that the first cart was pulled by a horse. For his information, a man pulled the first cart. And now they're glad to ride in steam engines and relax. And how did the Middletown team get here this evening? By another steam engine. And another point. My opponents would have you believe that if it hadn't been for Paul Revere's horse, we wouldn't be here in this happy, carefree land. But what was Paul Revere's horse trying to get away from? More horses. It was horses, ladies and gentlemen, that was causing all the trouble. And I ask you, is that what you could call progress? No. No, 1,000 times no. The affirmative rests.
Ladies and gentlemen, while the judges retire to try to reach their decision, a very difficult decision, I'm sure, the orchestra will entertain us with a number which they had rehearsed before they discovered their own team was to take the affirmative. It is called Light Cavalry Overture.
Sam, haven't the judges reached the decision yet?
I think they're coming on stage right now.
Do you think Henry won?
I don't know, Alice.
Well, I thought he talked beautifully, and he certainly looked better than any of the boys on the Middletown team.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Quiet, Alice. Mr. Bradley's going to announce the decision.
after careful consideration, the judges have voted unanimously in favor of the negative.
Which side is the negative, Sam?
Middletown.
You mean Henry lost?
He did.
I should like to congratulate not only the winners, but our team as well. In spite of the fact that we lost, never have I heard finer examples of extemporaneous speaking. If I hadn't known to the contrary, I would have said that the last speaker, Henry Aldrich, had prepared his rebuttal in advance.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Fontaine?
I happen to be one of the judges. May I ask, was the negative Middletown?
The negative was Middletown.
Well, the manager who gave us our slips of paper to mark the verdict on apparently got things twisted. Regardless of which side they had, the decision went to Centerville.
Sam, we won. Let's go up and shake Henry's hand. I just wish that Ellen Standish's mother could have been here tonight.
Hello, Mother. How are you?
Henry, let me take your hand.
Gee whiz, it was because of you, Father, that we got the decision.
Well, I was worried for a few minutes, though. I was afraid Middletown would mention the fact that most of the British troops were not on horseback, but on foot.
You mean they weren't on horseback?
Not so far as I know.
Well, gee whiz.
Sam, have you seen the morning paper?
No, Alice, what's the news?
Listen to this. Before a capacity audience last night, Centerville High School defended the negative side of a heated battle in which they were particularly effective in arguing for the affirmative. Henry Aldrich kept the visiting opponents completely baffled to the very end as to whether he favored the colonists or the British.
Henry, is that you in the kitchen?
Yes, Father.
Henry, are you eating more cookies after cleaning out the cookie jar at Lucy's house?
Well, gosh, Father, a fella gets hungry all over again after walking home.
No, Henry.
No wonder I'm always hungry. All I ever do is walk. Walk here, walk there.
If there's a hidden meaning to this walkie-talkie conversation, please bring it out in the open, because I'm going to bed.
Hidden meaning, Father?
I think the last time you acquainted me with your walking expeditions, it ended with a sales talk to buy you a car.
Oh, you won't have to buy this one, Father. It's free. A Plymouth convertible. First prize in the big Plymouth contest. Well, if I wasn't too young, I'd enter myself. But I figure with my help, you'd be a cinch to win.
Oh, please, Henry, not tonight. I'm a bit tired.
No, not tonight, Father. The contest doesn't start till Thursday. That's when the new Plymouth comes out.
All right. Remind me Thursday, and we'll go down and see the new Plymouth. Now, will you get up to bed?
Yes, Father, just as soon as I finish these cookies. Boy, a new Plymouth convertible.
The Aldrich Family is transcribed as written by Clifford Goldsmith. Henry is played by Bobby Ellis and Homer by Jack Grimes. Mr. and Mrs. Aldrich are House Jameson and Catherine Roth. Your announcer is Dick Dudley.
Good night, everybody. And remember, you have an important date Thursday to meet the new 53 Plymouth.
"73 years ago, November 16th, 1952, the Aldrich Family on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. On that same time, in fact, I think, I'll check during the break, I think these shows were running head-to-head with each other. The Aldrich Family and Amos and Andy.
This is Lyle Wagoner for the IRS with a word about accuracy. When you do your income tax return, check your math. Use the peel-off label and envelope from your tax package. Attach all W-2s and schedules. And don't forget to sign your return. Be accurate. Then things go right. No delays if you're waiting for a refund. A message from the IRS.
I double-checked, and yes, at the same time that Bobby Ellis was on with the Aldrich Family on NBC, over on CBS, Freeman Gosden and Charles Correll were celebrating an anniversary. And the question that is with this show is they're touting it's the 10,000th episode of Amos and Andy. Well, those numbers don't work. But as you heard yesterday on Gene Autry's Melody Ranch, it was touted that this would be their 25th anniversary of Amos and Andy. And that, going back to 1927, is entirely possible. But they definitely had not done 10,000 episodes of the program. The numbers just didn't work. We are going to hear, though, now this special program of Amos and Andy, which was a retrospective of their career. This goes back 73 years to November 16, 1952, a Sunday evening at 7:30 Eastern Time.
Say, Andy, you know what that music says?
Yes, sir, Amos. That music say, good health to all from Rexall.
The 10,000 independent Rexall Druggists of America proudly present transcribed Amos and Andy's 10,000th radio broadcast. Written by Joe Connolly and Bob Mosier, and featuring Johnny Lee, Lillian Randolph, Madeline Lee, Fred Clark, Herbert Rawlinson, Millie Bruce, Eleanor Harriet, Leo Cleary, Jeff Alexander's music, yours truly, Harlow Wilcox, and starring radio's all-time favorites, Freeman Gosden and Charles Correll. Amos and Andy! How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Freeman Gosden. Today marks the 10,000th time that we have been before the microphone, and again we are very grateful to you. Our good sponsor, the Rexall Drug Company, in honoring this 10,000th broadcast, has asked us to tell you about Plenamins. Well, they are the finest multiple vitamin we have ever encountered.
And this is Charles Correll. The Rexall Drug Company surprised us in honoring this 10,000th broadcast by putting a special anniversary wrapper around each box of Plenamins with a picture of Amos and Andy on it.
We hope that you will try this wonderful multiple vitamin, Plenamins, at Rexall drugstores everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is quite a memorable evening in the history of Amos and Andy. The 10,000th time they have come before the microphone. And to take you back in spirit to those early days, here is the voice that was so long associated with Amos and Andy, Bill Hay.
Yes, and it seems to me like it was only yesterday I was introducing Amos and Andy. Only yesterday when the boys first came to New York from the South. I remember they took a furnished room up on 134th Street. And the first day Amos came home, he found Andy doing a little figuring.
7 million, 8 million, 10 million.
Is I blue? Tell everybody. Say, Andy, what is you figuring over there, son?
Well, Amos, now that we is in New York, I'm going into broker business. I'm figuring on the money I gonna make here. I'm counting on being another J. Ping Pong Morgan.
Yeah, well, I think Wall Street, Andy, is a little too high for us, son, but I tell you what, we ought to get some kind of job.
Yeah, that's right. We don't want to keep on nibbling on our savings here.
You know, I got the evening paper here. I think we could look into help one of theirs, Andy, and see what they got in there.
Yeah, give me that thing. Let me see here. Hey, look at this news item here. It say we is exporting cheese to France, and all the Frenchmen is happy about it.
Where do it say that, Andy?
Right here in this headline. Look at there. Thousands cheer as Limburger arrives in Paris.
That's Lindbergh.
Oh.
Yeah, the one ads is inside the paper, Andy, toward the back there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we is.
Yeah, say, look at that, Andy. There sure is a lot of ads for taxi cab drivers.
Yeah, you think we could get a job driving a cab, huh?
No, we got $400 saved, Andy, and I was just thinking, you know, maybe me and you could get a cab of our own.
Buy a cab? Amos? Check and double check.
Well, it was soon after this that Amos and Andy met one of their fabulous friends. It was Andy who met him first. One afternoon, Andy joined a crowd on the sidewalk watching a new skyscraper going up in downtown New York.
Boy, they sure puts these buildings up high. Yes, sir, they really up. Hey, excuse me for protruding, mister, but ain't you got a hold of my watch chain?
Your watch chain? So I does. Yeah, well, how you like that? Yeah, one of these solid gold cufflinks of mine must have hooked on your watch chain there.
It was lucky I done remembered what my grandmother told me before I left home. I got my watch chain attached to my underwear. See, as soon as I felt my BVDs creeping up on me, I knowed something was wrong.
Allow me to introduce myself, stranger. The name is Stevens, George Kingfish Stevens.
Kingfish?
Yeah, they call me that because I is the head of that great fraternity, the Misted Knights of the Sea.
Yeah. How you do? I is Andrew Hogg Brown from Marietta, Georgia. You see, me and my friend Amos Jones just got to New York, and we think about buying a taxi. I got $340 right here in my wallet.
Got $340, huh? Thinking about buying a taxi cab, yeah. Now, lucky you run into me, son. It just so happens that I got just the right car for you. Oh, I got
Yes, sir, Amos. There she is, parked at the curb, our new taxi cab.
Yeah, well, I know this fella you called the Kingfish that you met give you a bargain, Andy, but the top of this thing is all sheared right off. Look at there. While you're driving, the breeze is going to come right in there and hit the passengers right in the face.
Well, now, that's all right, Amos. And you know what we can call it? The Fresh Air Taxi Cab Company of America, Incorporated.
Yeah, well, that's good, Andy. Let's start up the thing here and take a little ride. I want to hear that Stutz Bearcat engine, boy.
Yeah, let me open the door here.
Yeah, go ahead. Opposite Daisy. Pick up the door there, Andy.
Throw it in the back seat. Now, let me get the thing started.
Yeah, start up, Andy. Andy, listen to that Bearcat motor.
Yeah, sound like the bear is chasing that cat all around the place.
Andy, she's boiling over.
Uh-oh, there go the radiator cap.
There goes the radiator, too, Andy. Look at that, Andy, the flames.
Yeah, let me...
Well, despite the depression, the boys didn't do too bad with their fresh air taxicab. Then, one Sunday after church services, love came to Amos Jones. The minister is standing at the front door of the church talking to a young girl as Amos approaches.
Excuse me, sir. I just want to tell you how much I enjoyed the services today. They sort of hit home with me, especially that part about the golden rule.
Well, thank you, Amos. You two know each other? Amos Jones, this is Miss Taylor.
Miss Taylor?
Yes, Ruby Taylor.
Yeah, how you do? I'm glad to know you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Well, I hope you'll be here next Sunday.
Yes, I'll be here. Thank you, sir, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Is you going down this way?
Yes.
Mind if I walk with you, Miss Taylor, Ruby?
Not at all, Mr. Jones. Amos.
And it was just about that time that love came to Andy Brown, but in somewhat different surroundings.
You know something? You is about the sweetest, prettiest, gentlest flower that I has ever had the pleasure of running into.
Look, big boy, would you mind sitting still while I was getting you this manicure?
Yeah, but you know something? You is the cutest hunk of female gender I done eyeballed in a long time.
Listen, you just wasting your time. I's a widow and I knows all about men. When it comes to love, it's gonna take a real man to kindle the flame.
Kindle the flame?
Mm-hmm.
Ha! 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 Shake hands with old lamplighter.
You is kind of cute at that. I can see you is a sugar daddy. That's my one big requirement.
Yeah, and I can see you as a woman. That is my one big requirement.
Oh, poo-poo-ba-doo.
Oh, razzmatazz. You know, my name is Andrew H. Brown. What's yours, honey?
You can just call me Madam Queen.
Probably nothing caused as much comment in those days as Andy's romance with the fascinating widow, Madam Queen. 1 month, the wedding was on. The next month, it was off. But finally, back around 1932, something happened that led up to the most exciting event in the lives of Amos and Andy. Andy and Madam Queen signed a marriage agreement in the presence of her attorney.
Sit down here at the desk with me, Amos.
Yeah, tell me this, Andy. How is the wedding coming along, old boy?
Oh, Amos, the wedding is a week from today. I'm finally going to asphyxiate myself with the orange blossom.
Yeah, well, this is something, Andy. Say, I know Madam Queen is a widow, but whatever happened to her first husband, Andy?
Well, he was lost at sea or something. I think he tried to spear a whale and fell off the poop deck.
Well, you know, this marriage to Madam Queen may be all right, but I think I know somebody who's going to take it a little hard, Andy, and that's your secretary. Yeah, you've been stringing her along for the past few months.
Yeah, that's right. I better get her in from the back office and tell her the bad news. Wait a minute, here. I'll call her on my no intercommune system.
Yeah, but wait a minute, though, Andy. You can't signal for her. When you put that buzzer system in, you done got it in backwards. You put the button in her office and the buzzer in here in yours.
Yeah, well, I got it all worked out. Now, watch this. Buzz me, Miss Blue.
Mr. Brown?
Now, will you come in here? I hope she don't take this too hard.
Yes, Mr. Brown.
Say, Miss Blue, there's something I want to tell you.
I think I know what it is, Mr. Brown. I read in the paper about your coming marriage to Madam Queen.
Well, now, Miss Blue, there ain't no sense getting sore about it. I done signed the marriage agreement in front of the lawyer.
Oh, Andy, I'm not angry. I think you're one of the finest men I ever met.
You does, huh?
all my life, I'll cherish the memory of the time we spent together. These hours in the office, and the way you used to hold my hand. And the way we lingered in the hall over those long, good nights.
Yeah. Well, Amos, I wonder how binding that agreement is. Amos.
What is it, Andy?
Call up the newspapers and tell them I done give Madam Queen the gate. The nuptials has just been nipped.
Well, if you remember, Madam Queen didn't take the news sitting down. The next Andy knew, she had started legal action.
You mean Madam Queen is going to sue you for breach of promise, Andy?
Yeah, and Amos, I is scared. She has done engaged the law firm of Steel, Stone, Hard Rock, and Flint. Oh, I want to tell you something. That is the roughest combination since Notre Dame let the four horsemen loose, you know.
Tell me this, is they after you, Andy?
After me, I'll say they is. I has been hiding for 10 days. They're trying to serve me with a summons. I was scared to go home, and I jump in the closet every time I see a stranger.
Yeah, well, say, wait a minute, Andy. Here comes somebody across the street that might help you, you know it?
Oh, boy, I need help. Who is it?
It's your old friend, Fred Gwendell, the newspaper man.
Oh, yeah, good old Fred. Let me let him in here. Come on in, Fred, old boy.
Well, there, boys, greetings and salutations. Glad to see you.
Yeah. I suppose you come over here to get the newspaper story about me busting up with Madam Queen.
No, boys, no. I is through with the newspaper business, through with the newspaper.
Yeah.
Oh, you done give it up, Fred? What happened?
Well, the editor wanted me to write a gossip column telling scandal about my friends in town.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do a dirty trick like that to my friends, so I done quit that job. Done quit the job.
Well, now, that's what I calls a gentleman and a true friend. What kind of job you got now, Gwendell?
I is a process server. Here's your summons, Andy. See you in court, boy.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist speaking to you for the 10,000 independent druggists who have made the word Rexall part of our own store names and who recommend and sell the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. Right now, in honor of Amos and Andy's 10,000th broadcast, Rexall family druggists are featuring the radio celebration package of Plenamins, Rexall's tested multivitamin capsules. Ask for the radio celebration package of Plenamins. Plenamins, Plenamins, at Rexall drug stores everywhere.
I don't believe anything in the history of Amos and Andy ever got a more exciting grip on the people of America than the trial of Madam Queen versus Andy Brown. It was the Kingfish who got Andy the lawyer. Yes, I remember the day that Andy and the Kingfish walked into the office of the one and only Algonquin J. Calhoun.
Oh, Calhoun, excuse me, I didn't know you was busy. Be with you in a minute, boys. I on the phone here talking to a client of mine up in Sing Sing. Hello? What's that, client? You say they done shaved your head. And you say they done slit your trouser leg. What's that? The warden said you can have anything you want for supper. Oh, and you want my advice. Well, whatever you do, bub, don't sit down. So long, and I do mean goodbye.
No, me. And this is my lawyer, Kingfish Eyes Regusted.
And then, at last, the fatal day arrived. The courtroom was packed with press and spectators, and the whole country awaited the fate of Andrew H. Brown as the trial got underway.
The court will now come to order.
I'd like to warn the spectators that although this is a highly controversial case, the court will tolerate no emotional outbursts from anyone in this courtroom. Is the counsel for the plaintiff ready?
We are ready, Your Honor.
Is the counsel for the defendant ready?
We ready as we ever gonna be.
Will the counsel for the plaintiff present his case?
Oh, I was scared, Amos. They got an all-woman jury. Look at them sitting there in that box.
Andy, it's their duty, though, to be fair.
Fair. They're sitting up there like 12 cats in front of a rat hole. And believe me, Amos, I is the rat they're waiting to pounce on, too.
Wait a minute, Andy. Mr. Hardrock is going to speak now. Wait a minute.
Your Honor, ladies of the jury, we intend to prove that my client, Madam Queen, has suffered the mortification of a woman scorned, the bitter heartache of jilted womanhood, the financial loss of an unsuspecting widow who put her trust in a scoundrel, Andrew H. Brown. I intend to prove to this court and jury that this vicious reptile Brown...
Yes, in the next 2 days, there was a long parade of witnesses for the plaintiff. In the heat of the trial, even some of Andy's old friends testified against him, including, of all people, his old buddy, Brother Crawford.
Now, Brother Crawford, would you please tell the court just what happened when you introduced the defendant, Andrew H. Brown, for the first time to your 21-year-old niece?
Well, he came to call one evening. I introduced him to my niece. My wife and I went into the kitchen to get some coffee for them. And when I returned 3 minutes later, I found him with his arms around her, hugging her.
Did he offer any explanation for his conduct?
Yes. He said he was teaching her the jiu-jitsu.
I see. Well, did you accept that explanation?
Well, all I know is if that was the jiu-jitsu, the Japanese certainly have a wonderful time.
Thank you, Brother Crawford. Your witness, Counselor.
Andy, you think I ought to cross-examine him?
Better not, Calhoun. He might tell what happened with the other niece.
No questions, Your Honor.
Yes, Madam Queen's attorney left no stone unturned to prove his case that Andrew H. Brown was a philanderer. Even poor Lightning had to take the stand.
Now, Lightning, you were employed as janitor for the Fresh Air Taxi Cab Company at the time a certain Miss Blue was employed as secretary by Andrew H. Brown?
Yes, sir. That's what I was. Yes, sir.
During the time of Miss Blue's employment, would you say that Mr. Brown spent more of his time dictating to her or making advances?
Well, all I know is that in the 2 years she was there, she asked me to sharpen a pencil only once.
That's all. You may step down, Lightning.
Yes, sir. I'll whiz on every year of y'all.
Now, for my next witness, I would like to call to the witness.
Then came the long-awaited bombshell. On the third day, Madam Queen took the stand.
If there's another disturbance while Madam Queen is testifying, I shall order the courtroom cleared. Proceed, Counselor.
Madam Queen, this document marked Exhibit A is the marriage agreement that Mr. Brown signed in my presence, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Queen. Your witness, Counselor.
And watch me wrap this old gal around my finger. Now, Madam Queen, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Wait a minute, Shrimp. Whose face does you think you is shaking your finger in?
Well,
What's the matter with you? Ain't you learned no manners at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Where was you brung up? In a reform school?
No, ma'am.
The very idea, sitting there around like this, shaking your finger in my face. Is you looking for trouble?
Your Honor.
Yes, Counselor.
If the witness is through with me, she can get down off the stand.
Well, the next day, Madam Queen's attorney rested his case. and Algonquin J. Calhoun took over for the defense. Amos took the stand and did the best he could. And then came the Kingfish.
Thank you, Mr. Kingfish Stevens. I think you has given a glowing account of poor Mr. Brown's sterling reputation as far as women's is concerned. That'll be all. Yeah, well, let me get down from here. Yeah.
Stevens! Sit where you are.
Oh, me, I was afraid of this, yeah.
Stevens, do you know the meaning of the word perjury?
Perjury.
Do you know you can go to the penitentiary for deliberately lying to protect your friend? Do you realize that giving false testimony is a criminal offense? Do you realize that everything you've said here can be used against you? Now, what do you have to say about that?
Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Stevens?
How does I go about turning state's evidence here?
And on the last day of the trial, the defendant, Andrew H. Brown, took the stand. And he had a pretty rough time of it, especially in the cross-examination when Madam Queen's attorney read Andy's love letters.
Now, just listen to this next one. Honey, baby, sweetheart, darling. You is everything in the world to me, my precious one. When I looks at you, my poor heart melts like hog fat on a hot griddle. I cannot wait until the day I makes you my child bride, sweet baby doll. Signed, Poopsie. Mr. Brown, did you write this letter?
Well, seems like I is and seem like I ain't. But it seem more like I is than it do like I ain't.
I see.
The next day, the testimony was at an end, and the judge made his charge to the jury.
Ladies of the jury, in view of the evidence presented by the plaintiff and the futile attempts of the defense attorney to refute the charges, I can hardly see how the jury can fail to bring in a verdict other than guilty as charged. I hereby order that the jury be locked up until such a time as they can...
Oh, me, Amos, the jury's been out for 2 hours. I don't know what to do. Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, listen, Andy. Yeah, here they come back now.
Yeah, they're filing in the jury box. Look at Madam Queen sitting over there. They're going to throw me in jail and everything else.
Ladies of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we have. We, the members of the jury, find the defendant, Andrew H. Brown...
Holy mackerel, that's Madam Queen.
Yeah, look at that. She is fainted.
Yeah,
Andy. Somebody do something.
Yeah,
Help her
get her
out.
some water, yeah.
Come on.
Come on,
Look
let's
at
get
her.
her.
Stand away.
Yes, when Madam Queen screamed and fainted in the courtroom, people everywhere wondered why she had screamed. Very shortly, the judge spoke to the courtroom, and we reached the turning point of the famous Madam Queen breach of promise trial.
The court has just ascertained why Madam Queen fainted. She fainted because she saw her first husband, the husband she thought had been lost at sea, seated in the back of the courtroom.
No, well, I never heard of it.
Therefore, in view of the fact that Madam Queen already has a husband, the suit against Andy Brown for breach of promise is invalid. Case dismissed.
Oh, wonderful, Andy. Andy, congratulations, boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you, Amos. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Look, folks, Mr. Brown is exhausted here. Please stand back there. Yeah, come on over here and sit down, Andy.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
Oh, yeah, Amos, I has done in, you know it. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I has done learned my lesson. Women's has been the ones that's got me into this mess. Women's has got me into trouble all my life. And I tell you, Amos, I promise you right now that I ain't never going to look at no woman again as long as I live.
Well, that's fine, Andy.
Excuse me, please.
What is it, miss?
Yeah, you want something?
Well, I've been sitting in the court through the whole trial, and my sympathies have been with you through the whole case. And I just wanted to tell you, I know that a man with such beautiful, soulful eyes just couldn't be guilty. Good evening.
Excuse me, Amos.
Where you going, Andy?
To find her name and address. That is the cutest honey baby doll I'd ever seen in my whole life.
Now, here is your Rexall Family Druggist.
As a tribute to Amos and Andy's 25 incomparable years in radio, Rexall Family Druggists are featuring the radio celebration package of Plenamins. You'll know the package by the special Amos and Andy wrapper. Plenamins give you more than your minimum daily requirement of every vitamin with established requirements, plus red vitamin B12, plus folic acid, liver concentrate, and iron. So give yourself and your family the plus protection of Plenamins, 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 at Rexall drug stores everywhere.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We would appreciate it when you visit your Rexall Family Drugstore next week. Look for the special package of Plenamins with Amos and Andy's picture on the wrapper.
That's right. Good night. See you next Sunday.
Be sure to be with us at the same time next Sunday when your Rexall Druggist will again present the Amos and Andy Show, directed and transcribed by Cliff Howell. Stay tuned for the Edgar Berg and Charlie McCarthy program, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. This is the CBS Radio Network.
25 years on the radio, but not their 10,000th broadcast. 73 years ago, November 16th, 1952, Amos and Andy here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We're going to step back 83 years in a moment and see what things were like on this date in 1942 with Lum and Abner.
This is Lauren Green. You know, everyone who travels out of the country must complete a declaration form when returning through customs. As part of a free kit called Travel Pack, you can now get a declaration form before you go and fill it out while you shop. For your free Travel Pack, write to Travel Pack, U.S. Customs Service, Washington, D.C. 20229. That's Travel Pack, U.S. Customs Service, Washington, D.C. 20229. Or see your local travel agent.
Let's wrap up this edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of Lum and Abner as we go back as they're having problems with their rocket. Well, you know that Lum and Abner want to go to Mars, don't you? Yeah, this is weird.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. Friends, when you think of vitamins, think of one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablets and one-a-day brand vitamin A and D tablets, two separate vitamin products made by the makers of Alka-Seltzer. How about those important B vitamins? In these busy times when we're all working harder than usual, taxing nerves and digestion, it's of great importance that we all get sufficient B vitamins. For when you have a B vitamin deficiency, your digestion can become impaired, you may become irritable or nervous, and you just don't feel quite up to par. Well, a mighty convenient, easy, and economical way to get generous amounts of these important vitamins is to take one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablets. And one-a-day B complex tablets are easy to take because they're so pleasant tasting. They're mighty convenient and economical, too, because Just one tablet once a day is all you take. Think of that, friends. Each one-a-day B-complex tablet is so rich in vitamin content that it supplies you with your full daily requirements of all the B-complex vitamins for which daily requirements have been established. So why run the risk of a B vitamin deficiency and its consequences when now it's so easy and economical to play safe? Ask your druggist for one-a-day brand vitamin B-complex tablets right away. Remember, it's the brand with the name Miles Laboratories on the package. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the brilliant dedication ceremonies for the Mars rocket ship came to a dismal ending when the old fellows discovered that they'd built the ship so big that it was impossible to get it out of the observatory. This misfortune completely ruined the sale of stock in the Mars Expedition Corporation. And so, with Treasurer Skimp still out of town, Lum and Abner are now faced with a large stack of bills and no money to pay them with. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store and library. Lum is just entering. Listen.
Oh, howdy, Lum.
Hello, Abner. Janie's semi-tired.
What did you finally study up to do with the rocket ship?
Let me sit down here first.
Oh, here,
I need
sure,
some
sure.
war to a frazzle.
Yeah, sit down.
War to a frazzle.
Well, yeah, make yourself comfort there.
I don't believe I was cut out for manual labor, Abner. I'm more of a hand at head work, figures and stuff like that, I think.
Well, what did you and Cedric decide to do, Lum? Did you take the rocket ship to pieces?
No, we decided not to do that after all, thank goodness.
Well, how are we going to get out of the observatory then? That thing will never go through that door. I can tell you that right now, Lum.
I know it won't, but here's what we done. We tore out the whole north side of the building.
Tore it out?
Yeah, might not ruin the observatory, but leastways we can get the rocket ship out now. And that's more important right now.
Well, I reckon 'tis. I don't believe there's much use for having that observatory anymore no way, Lum. All we used it for was to look at Mars, and now we're taking a trip up there where we can do all the looking we need to from right there.
Yeah, I believe you're right there, Abner.
No, ought to be able to see it we're standing on it.
To be right honest, I never could make out anything through that telescope, Professor. No way.
No, me neither. And going up there'll be a heap better. That is, we get there in the daytime.
Well, don't worry about that. We'll more than likely stay there several days, and we'll have a lot of opportunity to see Mars in the daylight.
We will, huh?
Yeah, Professor Sloan's making out a list of things he wants us to check up on when we're up there.
Check up on?
Yeah, we have to take pictures and test the minerals in the ground and write up reports and I don't know what all. So you see, that'll take us quite a while.
Oh, sure.
No, we'll be there in the daytime.
Yeah, well, I better have Elizabeth pack us a bigger lunch in. Yes, sir. Better take along some postcards, too. Little Pearl just loves to get them postcards.
Well, they might have some postcards up there, Abner.
Huh?
You want to send some that's got a picture of the hotel we're staying at?
Oh, sure, yeah, I'll do that. Want to put a cross mark on the window where our room's at, too, so she'll know.
Yeah, of course, we might not stay in a hotel, though.
Huh?
They might not have hotels up there on Mars.
Oh?
Maybe they just live in caves or something.
Well, I'll just put a cross mark on the cave then. When are we going to start? Tomorrow?
No, we can't leave till day after tomorrow.
Dogged, I'd love to get started before that, Lum. The rocket ship's already in it.
Yeah, all but the dynamite.
Dynamite?
Yeah, that's what we're going to use to get it started with. Walt Bates has got some over at the mill and said he'd sell it to us.
I thought we was going to use skyrockets.
No, them things wouldn't be no good. They're just for kids.
Oh?
Professor Sloan said skyrockets wouldn't get us as far as Cherry Hill, even.
Well, no use to use them, and we can walk to Cherry Hill.
Well, sure. We got to have something a whole lot more powerful than that.
Dogged, Lum, I don't know where I like that dynamite idea or not.
Don't like it?
No, ain't that liable to make us go too fast?
Oh, no, we want to go fast. That's a long ways up there.
Yeah, but don't forget how scared me and you got on that elevator in Kansas City that went up so fast, you know.
Oh, well, this is different. You'll never even feel this.
Lum, maybe we ought to sort of postpone this trip for a week or two. I got some things I want to do around the house, I think.
No, I don't want to put it off no longer than we have to, Abner. I want to get back here as quick as we can so we can start making all that money and get these bills paid up.
Yeah, we ought to do that all right, but I believe...
That's the only way we'll ever get them paid, I know that.
Yeah.
We ain't sold no more of them shares of stock in our corporation. And it don't look like we're going to, neither.
Yeah, we almost sold some at that dedication ceremony the other day, but when the folks seen we couldn't even get the rocket ship out of the observatory, they just sort of laughed and went on home.
Yeah, Dad blame 'em. We'll show 'em, though. They forget that he who laughs last laughs best.
Huh?
I mean that when all them folks that laughed at us sees us coming back from Mars, they're going to realize that this is a horse of a different color.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they see us become celebrities and start giving lectures and making moving pictures and writing books about Mars and giving everybody our autographs, they're going to be awful sorry they treated us this way. Squire Skimp's going to wish he hadn't pulled out of the corporation, too, I'll down you.
Yeah.
By the way, you ain't heard any more from Squire, have you? Abner? Abner, I asked you a question.
I never heard you. I was studying about something else. What'd you say?
I said, had you heard anything from Squire yet?
Oh, no. His woman, brung over a batch of new bills for us to pay, laid them over there on the counter.
New ones?
Yeah, that's stacked there.
Granny's, what are them for? Has Professor Sloan been ordering some more of them scientific instruments for us to take along?
Huh?
For goodness sakes, Abner, can't you pay attention to what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lum. I'm sorry. I was just trying to figure out something for myself here.
Figure out something?
Yeah, you all appear to get mad whenever I asked you to explain something like this to me.
Explain something like what?
Well, whatever it is, I can't get it. I give up. What color is he?
What color is who? Professor Sloan?
No, that horse you was talking about, you said he was a different color, not different from what?
What horse? Oh. For goodness sake.
Huh?
That's just an old Eddard saying I get off once in a while. All I said was when them folks sees us coming back from Mars, it'll be a horse of a different color.
Well, for the land's sakes, I never knowed that. Why didn't you tell me we was coming back that way?
Coming back what way?
Horseback.
Horseback?
Yeah.
Who said anything about riding horseback? We're riding back inside that rocket ship.
Well, you said... Oh, I see. The horse is going to pull it, huh? Doggos, I don't believe he can do that, Lum. That rocket ship's awful big and heavy for one horse.
For goodness sake.
No, sir, that's asking too much of him. Wait a minute. What's the matter? Of course he can do it. It'll be downhill coming back, won't it?
Well, yeah, it'll be downhill, all right, but...
I don't know why I never thought of that before. Such ignorance.
Such ignorance is right. I suppose this horse can fly right through the air.
I suppose so. I don't know how else he can make a trip like that. Doggos, I'm awful anxious to see him, Lum. This'll be the first flying horse I ever seen in my life. Whereabouts did you get him at, Lum?
I never got him.
Oh, who did, Professor Sloan? You know, this is going to be a good one on me. I just happened to think of something. The other night, little Pearl showed me a picture of some flying horses in a school book, and I told her there weren't actual no such a thing. She's sure going to have the laugh on me, ain't she?
Well, you was right, they ain't. Now forget about that and tell me what them new bills was for.
Oh, they was for the same things the others was. One outfit said if we didn't pay up, they was going to attach our rocket ship or something like that.
They did, huh?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Now, that's the trouble now. There's too many attachments on that rocket ship already. All them gadgets the professor ordered.
Yeah, what color is this flying horse, Lum? Green?
Green?
Yeah, them little Pearl school book was green and pink, and I believe one of them had purple wings on him. Doggos, when you said this was a horse of a different color, you were sure right, you know. A green horse that flies.
Abner, I never said nothing about a green horse.
Oh, what color is he then? Pink?
No, he ain't no color.
He ain't? Is he invisible? Doggos, I don't believe I like that, Lum. When I look out the front of that rocket ship to see the horse, I want to be able to see him. Why, he could break away and run off, and we'd never even know it. Leave us set right there till we starve to death.
Leave us set where?
Why, set somewheres twixt here and Mars. Wait a minute, though. Here. Doggos, ain't nothing up there to set on, is it?
Of course not.
Well, that's even worse. We'd just fall, Lum. I I believe I'm again this side. You better just count me out on this trip.
No, you're going along.
Oh, no, sir. Not if we're coming back by invisible flying horse. I wouldn't know what to feed him no way. Oats or bird seed or what
Listen, Abner, we ain't going... Wait a minute. I believe that's our ring, though.
Even if I did know what to feed him, I couldn't find his mouth. I couldn't see him.
Hello, jot 'em down, store. Lum and Abner's talking. Oh, howdy, Professor.
Professor, tell him to take that horse back where he got him, Lum.
What do you mean, good news?
I want no part of that, varmint.
You did? Well, good for you.
Is it something about the horse?
You say he's a personal friend of yours?
Personal friend? Doggy, that professor has some peculiar friends.
A lot of money in the bank, huh?
Huh?
And you figure he might buy all the rest of our Mars stock?
A horse buying stock. Prattle.
Well, I hope so, too. Let me know as soon as you get a hearing back from him.
Hearing back?
Well, much obliged, Professor.
That is something.
Yeah, goodbye. My granny's Abner, we might get all them bills paid after all. Professor Sloan wrote to a rich friend in Little Rock, and he thinks now
I heard all that he said. I don't believe a word of it.
Don't believe a word of it?
No, sir. In the first place, I don't believe he could read the professor's letter. And in the second place, I don't believe he's got a lot of money in the bank, and even if he has, he'll never be able to get it out.
Well, why can't he get it out?
Because he can't prove he ever deposited, that's why.
What in the world are you talking about?
Listen, Lum, when an invisible horse goes into a bank and deposits some money, nobody can see him, so how can he ever prove it was him that done it? Doggies, I'm getting out of this whole thing while the getting out is good, Lum. Flying horse that writes letters and got money in the bank and invisible. That's too much for me.
Well, friends, here's another old Eddard saying that I'm sure you'll remember. It's better to be safe than sorry. Well, you know, it's the same way as far as headaches are concerned. So always keep a package of modern, effervescent Alka-Seltzer tablets handy, both at work and at home. And then if a headache comes along, you're prepared to help yourself to fast relief. In fact, Alka-Seltzer offers a kind of relief you hope for but really don't expect, thanks to the combination of scientifically tested ingredients which it contains. Be sure to try it, will you? Now, if you don't have Alka-Seltzer handy, the next time a headache troubles you, get a 30 or 60-cent size package from your druggist right away. Or, if you prefer, your druggist can quickly serve you a glass of Alka-Seltzer at his soda fountain.
You know, listening to it, it's one of the few times that Abner actually makes sense and doesn't. 83 years ago, November 16th, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday. We'll start the new week with Frank Sinatra and Rocky Fortune. Steve Dunn taking over the role of Sam Spade. We'll also have Larry Thorin, Broadway is My Beat, as Detective Danny Crover. The case of the 4 lead slugs, the first trial that used the science of ballistics. You'll hear about that from 1938. And then an episode of Claudia. That's all coming up on our next Classic Radio Theater podcast on Monday. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you on Monday for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.